Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com. Let's go courtside for today's game with Wayne DeZubak and Dave Burnett.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Boise High School, where tonight is the Boise Braves hosting the Capital Eagles. Wayne DeZubak along with Dave Burnett, and we are happy to have you here on another Friday night of high school basketball. Tonight coming to you on 580 KIDO, our sister station. However, if you like the streaming video, you're out in your car now listening to 580 and listening to the game, want to watch it, we are also live streaming video on 630thefan.com. So we got a couple of places for you tonight as we're up against Stampede basketball. The Stampede playing tonight on 630 The Fan. So we'll have your play-by-play here on 580 KIDO. It's a big game for Boise and Capital Day because really they are right on the bubble. They're right on the outside when you start looking at district play. Both teams need a big win tonight. You've got Boise at 7-4, Capital at 6-4.
Yeah, if they want to keep pace with the pack, and the pack being Centennial at 9-1, Bora's at 9-1, Rockies at 8-2. Big game tomorrow night, by the way. Rocky and Bora at Tangle tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. So you have those three who are the elite of the league. Then Boise at 7-4, Capital at 6-4. So if Capital and Boise want to keep pace and try to get up there and get to that 7-4 mark, so they're at least within striking distance of the lead, they've got to win tonight.
You know, we've seen both of these teams this year. We saw Boise against Bora. We've seen Capital a couple of times. You know, Boise, the last time we saw them, did not play a stellar basketball game. They got off to a really tough start. Things didn't start well, and they never really were able to turn it around. Boise tonight, what do you think they've got to do to beat this Capital team?
Well, you know, I think the thing is they're on their home court, so they have that advantage. You know, I was just pointing out to you, this is an older gymnasium. And within it, even on the court, and if you watch a video stream, you can see it at 630thefan.com. You know, they have, I guess it's a volleyball court where they have some plugs. There are some dead spots in this court. And so having the home team, you're familiar with this court. You're comfortable with it. Capital coming in, they're not. So take advantage of the home court advantage. If you know where those dead spots are and you know where there's going to be trouble, take advantage. Boise always has a very good home crowd here. The kids are loud, the band's loud, the gymnasium's packed and tight. So take advantage of that home crowd and just, I guess the biggest thing for Boise from what we saw last time, take care of the ball. Don't throw the ball away, and they'll be okay.
And they got a couple of guys in foul trouble early. They can't do that. Capital, meantime, you know, this is the first year for Scott Moore, and when we've seen Capital a couple of times, they move the ball well. I don't know if they've got the depth off the bench if they get in trouble to really come out there and save them.
They don't, and the other thing, if they don't run the offense correctly that Scott Moore has in place, they'll tend to throw it down into the corners and then turn it over if they don't get it back out. So, you know, their offense at Capital, they have to run that offense the way Coach Moore has it designed. If they don't, they'll get in trouble with turnovers in the corners.
Like we said, a really big basketball game for both of these two teams because as you sit there and you look for district and you look really for the seedings and where you're going to be, who you're going to play, what side of the bracket you're going to be on, it's important to get this next win here tonight. They were even Steven with each other going into this game. And again, Capital comes in here to Boise High School, a tough place to play, and at least it has been in the past, and they've got to, you know, make it and get it done and get out of here with a victory tonight.
Yeah, and running down the rest of the 5A standings, after you have Capital at 6-4, then you have Mountain View at 6-5, Valley View is at 4-6, Coach Moore's old team. You have Timberline at 4-6, Nampa at 3-7, Meridian at 3-7, Eagle all the way down at 2-8, and Columbia at 0-10. They've yet to win a game.
Wow. Want to thank our sponsors tonight again. Steve's Hometown Toyota, worth a short drive to Ontario to save big money. Go wireless now, get 50% more data. Boise Muffler, let Boise Muffler Shop help simplify your day. The Foot and Ankle Medical Center with locations in Nampa, Fruitland, Mountain Home, and Emmett. Double R Ranch, Northwest Beef, hand-selected quality and unsurpassed flavor. And by Pioneer Federal Credit Union, moving your money forward. And so you can kind of hear the Braves out there playing the old Tomahawk song as they get ready for tonight, and that's a little bit intimidating sometimes, I think.
Yeah, and by the way, just a peek ahead for you as we get ready. We're excited. We're going to be doing on the 12th of February the Girls District Championship. I know Destiny Slocum last night, she poured in 31 points in Mountain View's victory last night, 93-29. as they routed Columbia. I believe it was Columbia they were playing. And so we're excited about the fact that we'll be doing the district championship on that 12th. So looking forward to that.
But tonight we've got Capital Boise. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We're going to come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off from Boise High School. Right after this, you're listening to High School Basketball Friday night here on 580 KIDO.
This time of year, there's never other things on the list. You probably have more things to do on that list than time to get them done. It's time to call in the experts. Call Handyman Connection. Whether it's fixing a window, door, or leaky faucet, or even remodeling jobs, a call to Handyman Connection gets the job done. You'll get experienced craftsmen, quality workmanship that's guaranteed, and the job done right the first time and on time. Let Handyman Connection worry about the to-do list so you can focus on other things, like spending more time with friends and family this time of year. They won't remember what projects were finished. They will remember spending time with you. Call Handyman Connection today and get that to-do list done and work that's guaranteed. Call 901-3999. That's 901-3999. That's Handyman Connection.
If you're looking for a new home, you can own one today for only $548 per month. That's right, own a brand new home at only $548 per month. It's the payment of a lifetime, only from CBH Homes, with the largest selection of new homes in Idaho. Learn more at cbhhomes.com. And if that isn't enough, the CBH Fast Track is back. The Fast Track can get you into your shiny, new, awesome CBH home up to 30 days faster. Jump on the CBH Fast Track and check out all the details at cbhhomes.com.
We joined Pioneer because we had all of our money at another financial institution and it just wasn't easy. And I thought, this could be better. There's no reason it has to be like this.
With PFCU's Reward You Checking, it is better. Reward You Checking pays you 2% APY on balances up to $10,000. Go to pioneerfcu.org/rewards-checking. APY is annual percentage yield. Qualifications must be met each month. Federally insured by NCUA.
Moving your money forward.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Welcome to 580 KIDO. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you here. Capital and Boise going to be going at it in a minute. Starting lineups. First of all, the guards. Starting one guard for the Capital Eagles is Justin Saunders. Also starting at a guard for the Boise Braves is Seth Newville. Now being introduced on the court, Cameron Darren, a 6'4" senior. One of the other forwards starting here tonight for the Capital Eagles. Paul Pennington, a 5'8" sophomore, starting at guard for the Boise Braves. Number 22, Harrison Ashby at forward, 6'5", junior for the Capital Eagles, getting introduced here. He's one of the key players on this ball club with that 6'5" height. Lucas Centeno, 6'3", sophomore. So a young team starting a couple of sophomores is Boise High School tonight. Now for Capital, Alex Lindsay starting at forward. He's a junior, only 5'10". And for the Boise Braves, starting at forward, Evan Henning. Tall senior coming in here. And for the Capital Eagles at 6'5". They've got here number 24. Okay, that's who they're going to start here tonight. Wasn't sure. I don't have 24 down here. Do you have him down?
Cameron Godney.
Who's that one again?
Cameron Godney. Who,
that's what I did last week. Yep.
Cameron didn't start playing until a couple of weeks ago. Had some great issues. Got those all straightened out in the last semester.
I still have the old roster, so
yep. I've got your new one. I think I stole it from you.
And I changed that the other day, and I still, you did steal it from me, but that's okay.
Well, Cameron came on strong late in the season last year. In fact, in state playoff, district playoff, he played very well.
Well, like I say, the game we did the other day, a couple of weeks ago, was the first game he had a chance to play in, and so he came off the bench, and tonight he's starting. And that didn't surprise me at all to see him in the starting lineup. I just didn't have him down on my roster because I forgot I had the old roster. But We're ready to rock and roll here, and Boise High School not packed like it was the last time. They've got a good crowd here, probably 80% filled. Last time it was Bora Boise, and things were crazy here.
Yeah, Bora and Boise, of course, the oldest rivalry in this valley, but Capital and Boise, they go back a ways.
So Boise High School's Evan Henning. He'll be jumping up here, and he'll be going against Harrison Ashby. So we're getting ready at center court for the jump ball to start this game, and we are underway, and it is controlled by Capital. And that is Paul Pennington who runs it down. Excuse me, not Paul Pennington, but Justin Saunders who comes up with it. Saunders goes left side, a couple of dribbles. Top of the key goes to Cameron Darren. Darren right side to Lindsay. Lindsay kind of backs it out now as just a zone defense being employed by the Boise Braves. Drive it inside the lane, high and off the glass is Darren Cameron. Cameron Darren not there. They get a rebound, and now they got a foul on the floor against Boise.
Well, yeah, smart play. Got it, went right back to the hoop, but just not quite quick enough as the foul was on the floor, a non-shooting foul.
So a non-shooting foul, and Capital will take it inside. Didn't see who the call was on. That's Cameron Godney who goes out of bounds with it.
Well, they aren't going to put up who.
I think it was Justin Saunders. I really do believe it was Justin, but they never said officially. So we'll go with that for now until we find out for sure. So Boise has the basketball. No score after Capital turns it around. Here come the Boise Braves down the court. And with the basketball is Seth Newell. Newell goes left side. Nice pass to Centeno. Centeno in the corner will back it outside again. This one comes to Evan Henning. And Henning goes right side to Pennington. Paul Pennington drives in the lane, puts up a shot out there, bounced around. Boise somehow comes up with a rebound. Pennington has it. He bounces it out. Goes left side. Here comes the three-shot. Three-point shot by Evan Henning. No good. And a whistle. And it's going to be Capital's ball. And it looked like Godney went down hard, Dave.
Yeah, he went down hard, and he hit his head on the floor. So a little daze there. So we'll see whether the coaching staff, Coach Moore, going out and take a look at him. Because of the fact that he hit his head on the floor, he's got to be looked at.
See if they take him out of the game. He's saying, no, I'm good. I'm good to go. Of course, what else is a player going to say?
Well, a player's always going to say that. Of course, I'm good to go.
So just underway, 6:45 to go first period here at Boise High School. Capital Boise. No score as of yet. Capital now with a basketball. Saunders has it. Goes over to the left side to Darren. Darren now dumps it off to Ashby. Ashby shot on the way, and I think he's going to be fouled. Was it in the act of shooting? We'll see. Does he get to go to the free throw line? And the foul's going to be, it looks like on Henning, his first.
Well, yep, that is his first. Looking at the wrong part of the board there. It is their second team foul for the Braves.
And here's the shot by Ashby, and we got a point on the board. So it's 1-0 in favor of Capital. And by the way, I want to correct myself. Seth Newell got the other foul.
All right.
So Seth Newell is the character who got that one. And so now 2 team fouls against Boise. And both shots were made, and I guess it was a 3-point attempt. So Harrison Ashby getting 3 shots at it.
That's tough. Try and make 3 in a row. Easily done, though.
Yep, he puts them all in, all 3 free throws, and it's a 3-0 ball game. Capital, and then a quick whistle underneath the basket. So a lot of fouls being called here. Yeah. This one's against Capital.
Yeah, here's a little rule for you starting out in basketball. If the guy's throwing the ball in, you can't put your hands on it.
Alex Lindsay with the foul. Now another foul, just like that. So we've had like 6 fouls scored here, called in the first minute of play. Wow. And that one is going to be the second on Alex Lindsay. And now traveling called. So the whistle blows again. I was waiting to see if it was a foul or not, but traveling is called on Paul Pennington.
Yeah, if you're watching at 630thefan.com, you can see it could have been a foul call, but they went ahead and went with the traveling call.
So it turns it over to Capital, so the Capital Eagles will have it taken in bounds right near the Boise bench. And bringing it in now is Sloan Kruger, who checked into the ball game. Dumps it back outside to Saunders. Saunders goes left side. He's picked up there by Centeno. Top of the key now. Kruger has it. Right side to Centeno. Or excuse me, to Kruger. And no, shot is not there. Taken down by the Boise Braves. So here comes Boise down the court. Boise now with Pennington. Playing catch with Newville on the right side. Newville goes into the corner. Saunders on him. They'll back it outside to Pennington again. Now they get it to the big guy, Valdosto. Valdosto kind of skip passes it over to Newville. Another skip pass, this time to Pennington. Pennington drives in the lane, dumps it off, and the shot is going to be good by Valdosto as he got that big body inside. 6'5" senior scores. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, kind of tossed it up there, bounced around, and finally drops in the bucket.
Underneath they go to Godney. Nice pass underneath by Sloan Kruger to Godney, who gets 2 points, and now it's a 5-2 Capital lead. Here comes Boise on the run, down the other way. A nice fast run there by Dylan McGee, who's in. He puts up the lay-in. He was contested, but I tell you what, he got down there in a hurry. So it's a 1-point ball game, 5-4. Pull-up jumper by Saunders is good. His first bucket of the ball game, 7-4. So both teams now starting to hit after a bevy of fouls early on and a full-court press coming up here by Capital.
Yeah, a nice fast pace to this game.
Yeah, real fast pace. Kick out into the corner. The 3-point shot on the way by Boise, no good. That shot by Newville. And we got a whistle underneath on the rebound. And it looks like it's going to be against Sloan Kruger. That would be his first.
Yeah, it was kind of a push-off as they were coming down for the rebound. So not a good move when your team gets a rebound, but you get the foul and it goes the other way.
Newville to Pennington. 3-point shot on the way. Hits the back of the rim. No good. But Newville gets the rebound. Turns around in the lane. His spin. No good. Too strong on the shot. Rebound comes down to Capital. Nice board there by Ashby. Saunders on the right side now. He backs it up between the leg dribble. His shot hits the front of the rim, goes straight down, and it's rebounded there by Henning. So Boise Braves in their white uniforms with red trim coming down the court. They get it off, and the ball knocked away by Godney. And Godney kind of slips, but he gets to the ball way before he travels. So good job by Cameron Godney, and taking it all the way to the hoop, and no good that time is Ashby. Here comes Boise now on the run. Pennington has it. Pennington, his pass, no good, goes out of bounds right at the Capital bench, and it'll be a turnover to Capital.
Yeah, he passed the ball, tried to get it into Evan Henning there. He just couldn't reach the ball.
Timeout on the court, 4:24 to go here in the first. Like you say, Dave, fast pace. We'll take a 30-second break and be back as Capital leads it 7-4.
Go Wireless is your local, trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to serving you and providing you with excellent customer service. With 15 locations across the Treasure Valley, their team is here to help you with all your wireless needs. Whether it's time for an upgrade or you're looking to save money on your monthly bill, stop by and let one of their friendly consultants take care of you. Go Wireless wants to take care of you and provide you with only the very best customer service. Shop local and stay connected with Go Wireless.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Welcome back on a Friday night here in the Treasure Valley. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you from Boise High School. Capital leads the Boise Braves 7-4, 4:22 to go here in the first period. So we are just underway on a Friday night high school basketball game of the week coming to you on 580 KIDO tonight. We do have live streaming video though on 630thefan.com. Capital with the basketball and the 3-point lead. Cameron Darren has the basketball, holds it at his waist. He's picked up by Pennington, now kicks it over to Saunders. They go down low, they do to Ashby. Ashby into the right side. Here comes a 3-point shot on the way, and that is good by Sloan Kruger. His first bucket of the night is a 3-pointer. It's a 6-point Capital lead, 10-4. Pennington right side with the drive. From the free throw line, the shot is up, no good, but a foul is called. Evan Henning will get to the free throw line as he made a couple of nice moves to get the shot off.
Well, right now, fast-paced game. Capital, though, leading at 10-4, but they get a chance to close the gap by 2. But once again, take care of the ball, and I think the Boise Braves will be okay.
Book Godney for the foul. Henning, the free throw is good. Evan Henning gets in the books tonight, his first point. 10-5 ball game. Capital by 5. 3:43 to go here in the first period. Second free throw, in and out. And so it remains 10-5. Capital comes up with the board. And it'll be Justin Saunders bringing it down left side, right-hand dribble. Gets it over to the right side to Sloan Kruger, who just made that 3. Saunders again. That's Newville coming out on him. Pennington and Newville playing up top. Kruger driving in the lane, underhand dish out to Godney. What a nice dish to Godney. Godney makes the bucket. He has 4 points. It's 12-5.
And again, Godney being a real difference maker in this lineup, having him back makes a big difference for Capital.
Makes a big target down low like that, Dave. No question about it. Pennington drives in between two Capital defenders, and he's going to be fouled. And I think it may have been Ashby who got a hand on him.
Yep, he was trying to drive in. Godney would have gotten a good piece of that ball. But, yeah, I mean, Godney's a big physical presence in there. So, you know, he can help dominate under that center, not only tall but big as well.
First personal foul on Ashby. That is the 5th team foul on Capital. Pennington's free throw no good. Hits the back of the rim and bounces out long. He's getting 2, though, so he'll check it out again. Coming out of the ball game is Harrison Ashby now.
Yep, Drew Zamuda checking back in for Capital.
So Paul Pennington, a 5'8 sophomore, missed his first free throw. This one's right on target. He's got a point on the game, and it's a 12-6 ball game right now. Capital leads it, coming up on 3 to go, first period. So far, it's been Capital hitting that bucket, making some nice plays. Kruger. His pass inside is stolen, taken away there nicely by Henning. So here comes Boise on the fast break, secondary break, driving it way into the lane, and a horrible pass by Dylan McGee. Hits off the back of the head of a Capital player, and Capital comes up with a loose ball.
Yeah, needless to say, he was surprised when it hit him right in the back of the noggin.
Yeah, he didn't have eyes in the back of his head, so he never saw it coming. Saunders tries baseline, and he's cut off there by Del Dosto, and then finally Boise comes up with a steal. So good defense leading the offense here for the Boise Braves, down by 6. 12-6, 2:18 to go here in the first period. Pennington double team, trying to get out of that jam. They get it right side to Newell. Newell drives into the lane, triple team, puts up a shot, no good. Gets his own rebound, fall away jumper from 8 feet, not there. Godney has the rebound. Kind of trying to get rid of some defenders on him. Driving all the way to the lane is Kruger, and he's going to get the shot up. No good, but he's going to go to the free throw line as he draws yet another foul, driving down that baseline.
Wayne, I tell you one thing Boise can't do. They can't go down and miss a shot, get the offensive rebound, miss the second shot, and then turn it over. You got to either get the shot or on that rebound, put it in. You're not going to get 3 and 4 chances.
That was Henning who picked up the personal foul, so that's his second, 4th team foul. Kruger makes it. He has 4 points in the game. His second shot coming up here is a couple of substitutions for Boise.
Yep, Jason Segrist and David Plummer checking in this, or Emmett Plummer, I should say, checking in for the Braves.
All right, Sloan Kruger with 4 points on the night. And he gets his 5th point. And that builds Capital's lead to 14-6. With a minute 50 to go here in the first period. Fast-moving first period. Fast-paced. It's been all Capital, but Boise trying to get some offense going here. They've got McGee in there. McGee to Del Dosso. Del Dosso kind of stuck at the top of the key, so he gets it out to Pennington, who will back it up. Well, I tell you what, Godney all over the court, Dave, on defense. Pennington in the lane, jumps it up to Del Dosso. Del Dosso's shot not there, but he has fouled. I think Godney was down there, so it's going to be Godney who picks up his second personal.
Yeah, Godney got him right over the back as he went up, the junior who's playing actually very well.
Del Dosso now at the free throw line. Big-bodied kid, 6'5". What do you say, 250 pounds?
At least.
And he hits the front of the rim.
Well,
no good.
Godney's foul was actually, because he was going to go to the hoop and make the 2 points, so the foul paid off anyway.
So Godney coming out with that second foul with still a minute and a half to go here in the first period. Replaced there by Jacob Hardy. Meantime, Del Dosso eyes up his second free throw. His team down 14-6. And now he misses them both. Fight for the rebound, though. Boise has it. Now they put up a second shot. Not there. Capital comes up with a rebound. So Del Dosso misses both.
And again, Wayne, you can't get a second rebound and miss the shot. You're going to have to put those in if you're going to keep pace.
Sloan Kruger looking for an opening ball. Knocked away nicely, and then a foul. It was a nice knock away by Dylan McGee, and then as he went for the ball, he was fouled. And he was fouled that time by Cameron Darren, his first. So Boise will have the basketball down 8.
And we got to stop and play.
Well, we got a 1-on-1 now, so
okay.
That was the 7th team foul.
Holy mackerel.
Wow. So already we're shooting 1-on-1s, and
it's not even the end of the first quarter.
We've had 11 fouls called so far. We've got a minute 15 yet to go here. That's why it was so hard to keep up with everything right off the get-go. shot is good by McGee. That's his third point of the night and makes it a 14-7 ball game.
Well, if they keep up that pace with 11 fouls in the first quarter at this point, we're going to have some people in foul trouble.
Second free throw is good as well. That one nothing but net. 4 points for McGee, and it's a 14-8 game. 6-point margin. Capital leads it. 70 seconds to go here in the first period. With the basketball, Sloan Kruger. Kruger now gets it to Zamuda. Zamuda in the right side. He goes over there to Shepard. Shepard from the corner. He's fouled as well, but the official never saw it. He hits the three, though.
Yeah, it rattles down, hit back and forth, rattled down and went for the three, but you're right, he was fouled. Could have been a 4-point play.
He was knocked into the stands with the officials watching the ball go through the hoop. So no call. And nice try by Pennington in the lane. A hassle for it. Finally picked up and put down in by Emmett Plummer.
Now that's what you're going to need to do. You're going to have to get that rebound and put it back in.
All right, 17-10 is our score. 7-point Capital lead. They have it down underneath. They go to Hardy. Hardy up and in. A nice feed to him. And Jacob Hardy's on the board. And it's 19-10, a 9-point biggest lead of the night for the Capital Eagles. Coming up on 15 seconds to go here in the first period. Looks like Boise will play for the final shot here of the first stanza. Pennington standing out near the half-court line. Now he starts making a move on Shepard. Takes it all the way to the line. Lowers his shoulder. That's an offensive foul on Pennington. Really, he didn't have a plan. It seemed like he was just going to hold the ball until it got down to 10 seconds, and then he just drove down the lane in a lot of traffic, put his shoulder down, and pulled the foul.
Clayton Shepard happy. He's the kid that took the punishment and gets the foul called on the opposing player.
All right, full court pressure here. Sloan Kruger coming down. 3-2, gets across half court, behind the back dribble. His shot will count. If it goes, it doesn't. Hits the back of the rim. It would have been a three-pointer, and it was close. It hit the back of the rim and bounced out. We'll take a 1-minute break. We're done with one here at Boise High School. It's Capital 19 and Boise 10 right here on 580 KIDO.
Hey Treasure Valley, Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario is all about the hometown game. Steve is a proud sponsor of high school sports and student athletes. And Steve wants to be your hometown dealer. Steve's Hometown Toyota is the Valley's only 13-time Toyota President's Award winner for customer satisfaction. And they promise the short drive to Ontario will be worth big savings. Dare to compare and discover the Steve's Hometown Toyota difference. The hometown dealer supporting the hometown game. That's Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
At Boise Muffler Shop, they know cars are always trying to tell us something. Low tire pressure, a light comes on. Same when you haven't checked the oil for a while. And of course, there's the dreaded check engine light. For more than 25 years, Treasure Valley drivers have trusted Rod at Boise Muffler to knock their lights out. Well, you know what I mean. Boise Muffler Shop on Fairview specializes in all types of exhaust systems, while basic auto repairs are the expertise of the Boise Muffler Shop location at 36th and Chinden. Boise Muffler Shop, they can simplify your day.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Welcome back to Boise High School. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you here on 580 KIDO. We also have this game between Boise and Capital on 630thefan.com. Live streaming video if you want to go there and watch it. Meantime, play-by-play here on 580, and it's a 19-10 Capital lead as we start the second period, and Boise has it. Pennington with the basketball. Wow. And he's going to be fouled.
So we start out the quarter with a foul. So now, we're up to 13 team fouls, and we're just, 6 seconds
It's
into the
amazing.
quarter.
Clayton Shepard, by the way, was the guy who got that personal foul. And so Boise now is again at the free throw line shooting 1-1. So they're kind of in that bonus. Let's see what Pennington can do. He makes the first one. So for Pennington, 2 points in the game. 19-11 is our score. He'll shoot for the second time. Boise still with a couple of fouls, at least one foul to give before they get to a bonus. And he makes the second one as well. So Pennington with 3 points. And it's 19-12, a 7-point Capital lead. Here come the Eagles. Saunders outside, and we got another foul.
This game may take a while to complete tonight.
And that's going to be called on Dylan McGee. So that's going to be the 16th foul against the Boise Braves. So one more and everybody's going to be shooting free throws on fouls. Didn't take long. We still got 7:44 to go here in the first half. Shepard. And there you go. Shepard is run over. I mean, that was an accident, and you need to report it because there was damage.
More than $600 worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is an exciting game, by the way. The 4A game between Kuhn and Mountain Home is after 1. It's Kuhn is 6, Mountain Home 5. So it could be a lot slower game, I suppose.
All right. That was, by the way, the foul that time was on Theobald. So Shepard at the free throw line, too long. He misses the front end of a 1-and-1, rebounded by Dylan McGee. So here comes Boise down 19-12. 7.5 to go here in the first half. Pennington. Shepard comes out on him. 1-on-1. They dish it off to McGee. McGee right-hand dribble, dishes it off in the corner. They go to Pendleton. Shepard on him again. Now out to McGee. Top of the key. Looking to go down there, but really, and now striving inside the lane. Nice, tough shot. Wow, Pennington somehow got that to fall. Yeah. That was not easy.
Went through a lot of tall trees and a bunch of arms to get there to get the shot and the 2 points.
Because Capital had really extended his defense. Pennington now with 5 points. It's a 19-14 ball game. A 5-point lead here for the Capital Eagles. Saunders has it to Shepard. They're trying to set up down on the low post the 2 number 22s. Ashby working against Theobald. Ball, Ashby, double team, and Theobald steals it away. So there was that matchup I was talking about of Theobald wearing the big eyeglasses, comes away with it.
Yeah, Ashby wondering, where's the foul? How come they didn't call a foul?
Yeah, and there's the ball lost, but it went right to Newville of Boise. So Boise got a break there. The ball was knocked away, but it went right to Newville. Newville has it in the corner. Gets it to the top of the key. Behind the back dribble, lost. Henning trying to make something happen. The shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Darren. So Cameron Darren comes up with the rebound. Capital on the run. Up 19-14. Now they'll settle it in just a little bit. Cameron Darren. Saunders looks over at his head coach, Scott Moore. Gets a signal. Now he sets up the play. Looking to go down low to Ashby. He's covered. Shepard loses it. Pennington some quick defense, but he gets it back. So now Zamuda has it. Goes to Shepard. Shepard trying to back his way in. Almost lost the ball. Saunders has it. He's in the lane. Kicks it outside. Now going down the baseline. Nice little shot there taken by Cameron Darren, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, Andrew Theobald, I think, going to be the one coming up with the foul on that. He is.
So Theobald gets a quick 2. That one's a shooting foul, though. So Cameron Darren, who's looking for his first point of the night, a 6'4" senior, at the free throw line, eyes it up, lets it fly, no good.
If you're at home keeping track, by the way, 16 team fouls now. I'm kind of keeping track of that. Almost as many team fouls as total points.
Well, it's tight. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It's tight there, 8-8 team fouls. So at least they're being competitive.
That's true.
19-14 is our score. Capital leads it. Darren, the 6'4" senior, with a second free throw coming. He has the basketball in his hand, spins it a couple of times, couple of bounces, puts it up, and good. His first point of the night. 20-14, a 6-point Capital lead here with 5.5 to go in the first half. Pennington dribbles into traffic again, and a travel going to be called against Theobald. So a couple of fouls, a travel, nothing good, although he did have a steal a moment ago.
Well, I will say this about the two teams. There is a lot of desire and want. They are playing hard and a little reckless in a way, but they are playing hard on both sides. They're playing hard defense and hard offense. So a lot of want.
They are. Well, Theobald now comes out with those two fouls, but they replace him with Del Dasso. So Del Dasso in the ball game back, and a travel called on Saunders as he made a break down the lane into the bucket. And he just drugged that pivot foot or did something, took a little stutter step, so they turn it over.
Good for the goose, good for the gander. Travel, travel.
So down by 6, Boise has the ball. Pennington going to the right side with it to the big guy, Del Dasso. Like I said, he's 6'5", 250 if he's a day. And get over to the corner to McGee. McGee drives in, dumps it up to Del Dasso. Del Dasso puts up a prayer. It's answered, and he has 4 points. That was a no-look throw at the bucket off the glass, and he made it, Dave. And it's a 4-point ball game, closest we've been in a while, 20-16. Capital leads it.
He's going to tell the coach he meant to do that.
Kruger kicks it out to Saunders from 3. No good. Kruger rebound. Fights for it. It's on the ground. Picked up by Pennington. Penny now. 2-on-2 fast break. Has some people behind him. Kicks it out to Newville for 3, and Newville's too long. And now the rebound comes down to Darren. So Cameron Darren with a rebound for Capital, and he'll get it to Saunders, and Scott Moore says, wow, I can't handle this. Take a 30-second timeout, dudes.
Enough of that.
4:26 to go first half, and our score now 20-16. A 4-point ball game in favor of Capital. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 580 KIDO.
Is your family always on the go? Visit your nearest Albertsons Butcher Block and pick up a Double R Ranch Beef 101 guide to discover quick and easy beef recipes to keep your athletes full and healthy. Double R Ranch USDA Choice Northwest Beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to the Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our local ranchers.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Friday night here in the Treasure Valley, and hey, we're with you at the Boise Gym. Wayne DeZubak along with Dave Burnett. Boise Capital basketball, two of the oldest teams in the Valley. They've been around, the original guys, and they're here. Not these kids, they haven't been around that long. They're just young kids, but the schools have been around for a long
time. Has this gym got a name, though? It's been here forever. You'd think it'd be named.
Exactly. 20-16 is our score. Capital leads it. Capital has the basketball, and that is Darren driving to the lane. Kicks it back outside. Darren has it now right side on the wing. He'll get it over there, and that's Gunnar Gandhi in the ball game who just came in. So Gandhi just checking in. They kick it out into the corner to Saunders. Saunders looks underneath. Back outside they come with it. That's Ashby now. Ashby gets it around to Darren. Underneath they go. Darren, what a nice feed to Jacob Hardy, and he has 4 points. Hardy does, and it's 22-16.
Yeah, Hardy all by himself there. Nice, easy layup as he just sat there waiting for the pass.
Well, Cameron Darren just kind of went in, drove that baseline a little bit. Now Daltasso has it. He kicks it back out to Henning, and Henning hits a three. He has 4 points. Evan Henning does, a 6'7" senior, and it's 22-19.
That was a nice, pretty shot for a big guy from the outside.
So this is the closest they've been for a while, a 3-point margin. Saunders trips, falls, and travels. He was trying to drive right down that lane and lost his footing and slid down on like he was on a sheet of ice.
Yeah, not sure if maybe there's a little sweat on the court out there because that foot went right out from under him.
So they're going to get a towel over there and just kind of wipe it up a little bit. Well, not so much, maybe a little bit before, but now because he was on the floor, they're going to have some sweat down there, so for sure. So they'll wipe it up. 3:20 to go here first half. 3-point ball game. Kind of what we expected, Dave. I didn't expect so many fouls.
I didn't either. Kind of interesting to see what happens as we get down toward the third and fourth quarter as far as foul trouble.
That's how tight these guys are playing. I mean, they're coming up on defense. So you got Del Dasso going down baseline. Dishes it off. Little shot off the glass, not there. Del Dasso, the tip back, not good. And a rebound comes down to Capital. Harrison Ashby has it. Saunders now with it. Top of the key. He's going to take the three from straight away. Not there. Hits the front of the rim. Pennington with a rebound. Pennington did a good job to get up because he was out. Jacob Hardy was there. Now they go underneath to Del Dasso. Del Dasso uses the body to block the defense, puts it up and in. He has a half a dozen. It's a 1-point game. 22-21. Capital leads it. Their 9-point lead has diminished. Here's the three-pointer on the way. Hits up way high, comes down, rebound taken by the Boise Brave, Jason Sechrist, fighting for it.
Yeah, he was, and he had to fight for it. He finally got free and kind of gave that look of, come on, give me a little room.
Newble has it as Boise High looking for his first lead in the ball game. Can do it here with 2:15 to go. Pass underneath. Del Dasso comes up with a rebound. It was a pass that was so high, David, it hit the rim and bounced right into Del Dasso's hands. And as he drove to the lane, he was fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Gunnar Condi coming up with the foul in that time, and it wasn't a very smart foul, but Gunnar's about half the size of Del Tasso, so it was like, okay, you're going to try to foul him and stop him. Good luck.
All right, the 6'5" senior at the free throw line. Big old truck out there. He puts it up and in. We're tied. 7 points for Del Tasso, and it's knotted at 22 with 2:11 to go here in the first half.
Kruger, Zamuda, and Ashby checking back in for Capital.
They're not afraid to change out, are they? Both teams. They've had a lot of substitutions here, and it may be good they do because, you look down both sides and you got all these fouls starting to, 9 team fouls against Capital, 8 against Boise, and the second free throw is good, and Boise has his first lead of the ball game. 23-22, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first half. Saunders at Capital, right side, gets double team, kicks it back outside. He does to Kruger. Kruger has it. He'll get rid of it. Gets it over to Lindsay. Lindsay right side again to Kruger. Kruger looking for a screen, gets it, kind of weaving his way inside against that defense. I'll kick it back outside again to Lindsay. Lindsay takes it inside. Now they got Kruger all alone from three. His shot hits the front of the rim, knocked away nicely by Ashby, and right into the hands of Kruger. And Capital's going to get a third attempt here on this series down. Pass underneath. Nice play by Ashby. He's fouled. He'll get to the free throw line as Capital just playing tough, on the offensive end.
That was just odd that time. It was almost as if the Boise players had no arms. The ball kept coming down, bouncing off their chest, bouncing off their shoulder, and going back to Capital. They all had a shot at the rebound, but just couldn't seem to get their handle on it.
Del Tasso got the foul that time. That's his second. So here is Harrison Ashby at the free throw line. That's his first miss of the night. He's now 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 3 points.
McGee and Thibault checking back in for the Boise Braves.
Yeah, Thibault coming in for Del Tasso. It's kind of like both have 2 fouls, but you got your backup in there with 2 and your starter on the bench with 2 with 1:29 to go here in the first period, or the first half. Second free throw is good by Ashby, so he now has 4 points, 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. It's tied at 23 with 1:20 to go here in the first half. Tough pass to catch, but somehow Newville does and keeps the ball. Dribbling with the left hand. Dumps it off to Pennington. Pennington, alley-oop underneath. Nice little play to Jason Seacrest. He didn't get up that high, but he was able to put it up and in. Nice play. It's a 25-23 point ball game.
Seacrest just 6 feet tall and barely that. If he's that nice alley-oop, though.
Yep. Saunders back outside to Kruger. Kruger spins, goes in the lane, running jumper, not there. Rebound comes down to Newville. Newville loses it. Now he comes up with it. Now it's Pennington who has it. Pennington's going to be fouled by Saunders, who reached in to try to knock it away as they ran down the court.
Again, if you're watching at 630thefan.com, a lot of hustle. Guys working hard on the court. Coaches changing guys in and out, so you have fresh legs in there. And I guess they're going to keep this a horse race.
Well, that's the 10th team foul, so now you're talking about, you're in the bonus. You get 2 shots here for Paul Pennington with 5 points. Now he has 6 as he makes that one. He is 3 out of 5 from the free throw line. Also has a field goal for his 6 points here tonight. 47 seconds to play in the first half. 26-23, Boise. Now 27-23. Boise's biggest lead of the game is at 4. They trailed by 9 just a little while ago, so they've turned this thing around. Capital, let's see if they play for the last shot. There's no shot clock in boys basketball. Saunders not going to wait. Gets inside, kicks it out. Now they go down low to Ashby. Ashby gets it to Kruger coming in. Now from the outside, the little jumper taken there, no good. It's taken down by Thibault, but he throws it right to Lindsay. And Lindsay's fouled on the way into the bucket. So Thibault got the rebound. Didn't see Lindsay like a quarterback not seeing a linebacker. Threw it right to him.
And another foul on that play. That puts us up to 20 team fouls now.
And that's Saunders' second personal foul. You're right, both teams with 10 team fouls. So here comes Lindsay. He'll be shooting 2. Alex Lindsay not in the scorebook yet. Now he is. And with 20 seconds to go, we've got a 3-point ball game. Trying to make it a 2-point ball game as more substitutions pour in. Thibault coming out. Del Tasso coming back in. Henning is back in there as well. He replaces Seacrest. He just made that nice alley-oop. I mean, he had some hops there, Dave.
Yeah, he did.
Lindsay, his shot, no good. Hits the front of the rim. So we got a 3-point ball game with 18 seconds to go. And the Boise Smart, they'll play for the last shot. They were down by 9 just a moment ago here in the second period. And they've taken a 3-point lead here. 8 seconds to play. Pennington drives to the hoop, spins in the lane, turns, shoots, not there. Rebound to Capital. Here comes Shepard down the court. Puts up a prayer at the buzzer. Not going to be good off the back of the glass. And we have played a half and an exciting half. 20 fouls total between these two teams and a 3-point ball game at halftime. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. It's Boise 27, Capital 24. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week right here on 580 KIDO.
Helping you feel.
That was weird. We just cut out there.
At Boise Muffler Shop, they know cars are always trying to tell us something. No tire pressure, a light comes on. Saving you haven't taken the oil for a while. And of course, there's the latest check-ins in life. The mortgage credit package. Just about the easy best of brand. Boise Muffler, to rent for high tech. Boise Muffler Shop on Pleasant Station. Several parts of the choice systems. Or Boise Muffler Shop. Expression is in the Boise Muffler Shop location at 36 Richmond. Boise Muffler Shop.
And on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Well, a busy sports night, everybody, and Wayne Dezubak, Dave Burnett back here at Boise High School with the Boise Braves lead the Capital Eagles 27-24 at the break. And, of course, we are on 580 KIDO tonight with a play-by-play, but we do have live streaming video of this game on 630thefan.com. We're over at 580 because we have Stampede basketball on 630. They've also got all kinds of stuff going on. They've got gymnastics, Boise State, BYU at CenturyLink Arena tonight. Boise State ranked number 10 in the country, Dave. That is the highest they've ever been ranked in school history. And they also have wrestling. Northern Colorado's in town. Boise State over at Taco Bell Arena tonight. They got a pink out over there as they raise money for cancer, as they were doing here tonight. They're kind of going around raising money for cancer research as it's basketball for a cure here tonight at Boise High.
A couple of basketball games tomorrow. Of course, Boise State back in action, hoping to get back on the winning ways here. They need a victory to try to keep pace with the first place team. And, of course, the Idaho Vandals, they will be taking on, it's Portland State tomorrow will be the game, which we'll have here right here on the Fan. Or actually up the dial on the Fan.
Yep, there you go.
Sorry, I forgot which station we were on.
Well, it's kind of confusing, but it's a good thing. We got a lot of stuff going on, so it's a lot of fun. And this game so far has been kind of interesting. Capital raced to a 9-point lead here in the first half, only to have Boise come back to lead it by 3 here at halftime. Leading the way for the Boise Braves is Valdo Dasso. He has 8 points, but right behind him, Paul Pennington with 7. They've had 6 players score here tonight. And for the Capital Eagles, 6, 7. They've had 8 players score. And leading the way is Sloan Kruger with 5. So they've got 3 players with 4 points, and then Sloan Kruger with 5. So a lot of balanced team scoring with 8 players getting in the book. But it's still they're down by 3 after having that 9-point lead.
And I don't have statistics to back this up, but I think the difference that you see with the Boise Braves in that second quarter, they finally started making their shots or getting those offensive rebounds and putting them in. In that first quarter, they'd have 2-3 shots at it, miss it, and then Capital get it, go back down the court. In that second quarter, they got it put together to where, like the alley-oop play and some of the different plays, they started making their shots. I am sure their shot percentage went up in that second quarter.
Let's talk a little bit about football. Boise State, Brian Harsin making it official today, late this afternoon, announcing that Zach Hill, who was for about a month the offensive coordinator out at Hawaii, but for years was with Eastern Washington and really developed a lot of great Big Sky quarterbacks, including Vernon Adams, who played last year at Oregon this past season, has been named the offensive coordinator to replace Eli Drinkwitz, who took off for North Carolina State.
Yeah, and a little backroom talk for you here that has not been made public, but that deal kind of brokered, put together by Kellen Moore, the Moore family. They know him well, also close friends with the Rippon family. All of them out of Washington. It's kind of it's a funny thing. You get into sports and coaching, it becomes a real tight-knit group. So you got the current quarterback whose family helped put that thing together, along with a former Boise State quarterback, Kellen Moore, who kind of stepped in and said, hey, you might want to go ahead and leave the dumpster fire over there in Hawaii and come over here and take over the OC job.
It's interesting because Brian Harsin tweeted out earlier this week that, hey, family coming together again.
Yeah,
I kind of read into that a little bit, like maybe it was, I'm not going to say dysfunctional, but certainly there was a disturbance in the force.
Yeah, and I will say this: Drinkwitz, who came together, finally I think started calling pretty good plays, but he's never been a quarterback. He's not a quarterback coach. So Boise State really, it was the head coach. It was kind of helping the quarterbacks That's not ideal for you because he doesn't have the time to invest. This guy, he's a quarterback guy. He knows how to groom them. He knows how to make them. And to take Brett Rippon, a kid who's just a freshman coming into his sophomore year, to be able to groom him, I think that is very good news for Boise State.
You know, next Friday night we'll have another boys high school basketball game, but I want to tell you that in 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be at Eagle High School for the district championship game of the girls. Now, I don't know who's going to be there. Last year we figured it would be Mountain View for sure, and it wasn't. It was Centennial and Boise, and we did that game last year, and we had the pleasure of having Destiny Slocum with us as our commentator for the first half, and then she wanted to go down. Can you believe this? She wanted to leave us.
Yes.
And go down and hang with her girlfriends. I don't understand
I know.
how that could possibly be the case, but nevertheless, she did. So maybe we'll get to see her in action. 2 weeks from tonight will be at Eagle High School for the girls' championship game.
You know, I would think if you were talking odds-on favorites, I think you'd probably think it'll be Mountain View and Centennial.
Well, Boise's right there. They got a great Boise right now, and Eagle's got a good team.
Like I
the
said,
Eagle girls are great.
That would be, to me, the odds-on favorite. Mountain View's 15-1.
And Eagle will be playing at home.
Centennial's 15-1. Eagles 13-3. Boise's 12-4. So you know those are your four favorites in it. Bora kind of a dark horse in it, but you know, and Capital, they're both at 10-6. It's gonna be tough. Whoever's coaching is going to have to figure out what to do with one of the top 10 female players in the nation, in Destiny Slocum. You know, what do you do with her? Do you contain her and then hope you can, you know, get a break on the rest of the team? I'm really curious to see the game. We'll see who it is. Like last year, though, we were surprised. Mountain View was not in.
All right, we're going to take a 1 minute break. 1 minute break here on 580 KIDO, and we'll be back here to Boise High School. Teams have returned to the court, warming up here for the second half. We've got a 3-point ball game, a barn burner, if you will, going here at Boise High School on a Friday night. Our high school basketball game of the week is turning out to be a good one. Boise 27, Capital 24. We'll be back in 1 minute after this on 580 KIDO.
Rejoin.
You people sit in your seats now. Sit down.
I'll turn you into a frog.
Come back.
Oh my.
And pick up a double R range beef 101 guide to discover quick and easy beef recipes to keep your athletes fit. Double R range, USDA choice Northwest beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to the Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our ranches.
It's getting rough in here now. They got the Tomahawk song going. Yeah. They're whooping and hollering here tonight as we get ready for the second half. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you on Friday night high school basketball game of the week. It's the Boise Braves leading the Capital Eagles 27-24.
Surprised that hadn't been deemed defensive yet.
What's that?
I'm surprised it hadn't been deemed defensive. The Tomahawk thing.
I know.
I like it. I'm just saying.
But in this PC world, you wonder.
Yeah, I like it. Keep it up. Simple as that. Am I in trouble for saying that too?
Nah.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
You're good. All right, here we go. Capital will have the basketball, and they'll start things out. Harrison Ashby will bring it into Saunders. Saunders will bring it down the right side of the court. So here we go. Third period underway. Again, a 3-point ball game underneath the Godney, and Godney's fouled right off the bat. So nothing new, Dave. How about that?
Well, let's see who this one's
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be on Del Dasso, which is going to be his third.
Yeah. Okay. So foul trouble by the end of the third quarter, probably going to be the situation.
Absolutely. Scott with only 4 points in the ball game. He has 2 fouls as well. Nothing but net on that free throw. That was his first free throw of the night, by the way. So we had 20 team fouls in the first half combined, and here we played 9 seconds, and we've got 1 already. Second free throw, skims around, no good. Rebound comes down to McGee. So here go the Boise Braves. Their lead is down to 2, 27-25. New player there, Centeno, played a little bit in the first period, but not in the second period. Long three-pointer on the way. No good by Henning. Rebound comes down to Capital, and Godney has it. So Cameron Godney gets it over to Saunders, right side. Saunders takes it down the lane, and then we got a foul before he even gets close to anybody.
Well, we'd gone about 45 seconds without
wow.
one. So.
That was Centeno, a hold, and that was away from the play. So now 2 fouls. And here we go.
That'll be his first of the
wow.
game.
They played 35 seconds, Dave.
Oh, I was thinking it was 45.
Faster than that. All right, here we go. Boise on defense. Capital has it now. Spinning in the lane, down the baseline. What a nice move by Cameron Darren. He has 3 points in the ball game. And it's tied up now at 27-all.
One of the Boise Braves kind of took a dive there at the end, but hey, why not? You may as well.
And another foul. And it's going to be called again. I think it's against number 1.
I don't see a number 1.
I don't see a number 1 out there. Who did he say? 10?
Oh, number 10.
Okay.
Oh.
It's going to be against Cameron Darren.
That'll be his second.
Yep. So again, now 3 team fouls. This is Newville kicking it back outside. As Henning goes in off the glass too hard. Rebound fought for. It's brought down by Saunders. Pennington picks him up really good. And Saunders takes it all the way to the hoop. Underhand, not there. Rebound. Nice attempt there by Ashby, and he's fouled on the rebound. And I think it's going to be Henning who picks up the foul.
Take a look here. I was going to say it was 23 or 32. I looked up quickly and kind of got dyslexic.
So that's the third.
Wow.
That can happen sometimes when you look up quick. So here goes Harrison Ashby.
Got dizzy, couldn't tell the numbers.
Ashby misses the free throw.
Dylan McGee is going to check in for the Boise Braves.
So again, we talked about it. The fouls starting to mount up now. You've got Henning with 3 for Boise, Deltaso with 3 for Boise, and you've got 4 players with 2 for Capital. So at least they've spread it around a little better. The second free throw is good by Ashby. And he has 5 points. That's McGee in the corner. Kicks it out to Del Tasso. Top of the key. He doesn't want to shoot from there. Pennington has it. He drives inside. Stolen by Saunders. They're trying to dish it off to Newville. Saunders stole it. Gets it off to Darren. And Darren is fouled on his way in. So another foul. And Cameron Darren, the 6'4 senior for Capital, with his team down, are up by 1, 28-27. Will go to the free throw line.
Dylan McGee picking up the foul. That'll be his second. And for the Boise Braves, they're looking at 14 fouls.
So we've already had 5 fouls here, just like the first period. Fast and furious. That free throw is good. 4 points for Cameron Darren. And from 3 points down at halftime, now it's a 2-point lead for Capital. 29-27. They were down 27-24. Free throw is good. So a 6-0 run here to start this third period by Capital to take a 30-27 lead. Pull-up jumper, nope. He jump it off to Del Tasso. Pennington off the glass, not there. Rebound fought for. 2 Capital players had it. And then finally Del Tasso's on the ground, and I think they're going to call Godney for a foul.
Yeah, Godney and Ashby were fighting for it amongst themselves.
That's the frustrating thing. Either one of them let go, and you've got the basketball. In the meantime, here it is, Boise's ball now. Down by 3, Boise inbounds pass, not there. Cameron Darren comes up with a steal. Bad inbounds pass, and Saunders now will bring it down. So a 6-0 run, and they've gone from 3 down to 3 up. Just like that here in the first couple of minutes of the third period. Inside the lane, fall away jumper, block. Centero blocking that shot by Lindsay, and Boise has the basketball. Centero outside, Cameron Darren gets on him. Pennington drives, he's cut off by Lindsay. Now Pennington will bring it back outside again. Now they go underneath to Del Tasso. Wide open, Del Tasso gets the bucket and puts it up and in.
He was very patient that time. He waited 2 Capital guys. He kind of made the fake. They both fell for it. They came to the floor. He went up, scored the 2.
I still think he may have gotten fouled, but there was no call there, which I'm fine with. But it's a 1-point ball game, 30-29 now, Capital. Ball knocked away by Boise. Nice job by McGee. Here comes Centeno down the right side and knocked out of bounds by Capital. Quick hands by Cameron Darren. So it looks like Newville is going to come out of the ball game. Boise's going to make a substitution. Emmett Plummer is going to come back in.
Yep. Emmett Plummer comes in. That sounds more like an occupation to somebody in an outlying town.
So Newville stayed in the ball game, but Plummer came in. Newville was just kind of on the sidelines because he's going to bring in the inbounds pass. Boise with the basketball. Chance to regain the lead. They're up by 3. Now they're down by 1. Dish off by McGee. Trying to get it to Pennington. I think it was knocked out of bounds by Capital.
And guess what? Is it a foul?
I didn't see a foul. I think it was just an out-of-bounds play.
I'm a little disappointed.
They bring it into McGee. Del Tasso picked up there by Ashby. Way outside. Pennington. Now Lindsay comes out on him. Top of the key. Kind of sidesteps to his left. Now kicks it back to the right. That's Sechrist. Now it's McGee with it. Goes baseline. Kicks it off to Del Tasso, coming to the hoop. Nice bucket. He has a dozen points, Dave. And it's a 31-30 Boise lead here at Boise High School. Back and forth we go. Saunders. A little hesitation move, and he puts it up and in. He has 3 points. Pennington drives the lane. Not there. Knocked out of bounds. And it's not going to be saved by Boise. They made a valiant effort there, Dylan McGee did, to try to get it back in bounds, but it'll be Capital's ball.
Pennington went right down on his elbow, kind of hit that thing, kind of that funny bone. Smart took a little bit to get up and shaking it off now.
So the clock coming up on 4 minutes to play, third period, 32-31. Capital leads it. Saunders kicks it in the corner to Lindsay. He goes baseline. He's cut off there by McGee. Not sure how that one wasn't a foul, but he was cut off nicely. Defense, McGee deep inside, and he double dribbles. McGee did not have control of the basketball, so he tried to dish it off. And before he could, he walked with it.
So a couple more substitutions coming here for Capital. Number 11, Sloan Kruger checks in. Del Tasso's going to take a seat on the bench for a while.
As Thiebold comes back in now. Both playing with an equal number of fouls, 3 each, and right now a little work is being done by Drew Zamuda on the floor as he just kind of wipes off some sweat underneath the Boise basket.
They don't really have a towel. They got like a handkerchief.
Yeah, I know. You know, you would think they would afford a great big old towel that would do some damage, but instead, like you said, it's like a washcloth.
Not much to it.
Nope. At any rate, hopefully it's working. In the corner they go to Kruger. Kruger looks down low. Dishes it to Ashby. Ashby, I'm going to get this one. I got it.
There you go.
That one was to nobody except the third row of the seats. And so a turnover, Capital. So Capital's 1 point lead, and now here comes Boise with the basketball. 3.5 to go, third period.
Bet you did a nice job handling the ball, Wayne.
Paul Pennington goes left side with it. Right side, now to get it in the corner. There's Newville. Newville into the lane. He meets a big crowd of defenders, so he kicks it back outside again. Pennington. I'll start it all over. So they do move the ball inside. Nice ball movement as McGee has it, but they're going to have to back it out. As it looks like it's man-to-man defense right now by Capital, and it's kind of surprising Boise a little bit. And so a timeout by Boise. So they were a little surprised that the defensive change there. With 2:57 to go, third period. We'll take a 30-second break as well. We got a 1 point ball game. Capital 32, Boise 31 on 580 KIDO.
Hey Treasure Valley, Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario is all about the hometown game. Steve is a proud sponsor of high school sports and student athletes, and Steve wants to be your hometown dealer. Steve's Hometown Toyota is the Valley's only 13-time Toyota President's Award winner for customer satisfaction, and they promise the short drive to Ontario will be worth big savings. Dare to compare and discover the Steve's Hometown Toyota difference. The hometown dealer supporting the hometown game. That's Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
I'll tell you what, we got a good one here tonight at Boise High School. Wayne Zubak, Dave Burnett with you. 32-31. Capital leads Boise. Boise has the basketball. Paul Pennington has the top of the key, and he draws a crowd there of defenders. That defense was just too much for Boise. They had to call a timeout. Now they throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, somehow Coach Moore has talked to these Capital Eagles and said, you know what, you got to play a tougher defense. They've stiffened it up a bit, and Boise just struggling now.
So the turnover, here comes Capital. Capital has it up by 1. Saunders goes down the baseline, left hand off the glass, not there, but he's fouled. Thibault, I think, is going to pick up his 4th personal foul.
Yeah, big kid down low gets the foul that time. But the good news for him is they did not score the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's only his 3rd. So now they've got 3 players with 3 fouls. And Saunders will go to the free throw line. The shot is good. Got that shooter's touch that time. He has 5 points. So now Thibault will come out. They'll bring in Seacrest. Thought he was doing American Idol.
Not on Fridays.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Second free throw, no good. Rebound comes down to Boise High. So we got a 2-point ball game, 33-31. 2:20 to go here in the 3rd period. Pennington goes left side with it to Newville. Newville drives inside, picked up by 3 defenders, and he doesn't get it. I think just enough defense there that he couldn't find the hoop.
And that's what plagued the Braves in that first quarter. They just couldn't get the ball in the hole.
Saunders kicks it back outside. Ball stolen. Boy, I tell you what, Ashby that time had his pocket picked by Pennington. Pocket picked by Pennington. How? Pennington to the hoop, high off the glass. No. It hung on the rim for a while and it wouldn't go.
And again, at the risk of repeating myself, you got to make those baskets.
No comment on pocket picked by Pennington.
I wasn't going to try to repeat it. It's too hard.
Oh, and there's the steal. Wow. How about that? Pennington again coming up with a steal on a baseline pass. Dishes it out to Seacrest. Seacrest going to be called for an offensive foul. No.
Nope.
It's going to be a blocking foul. Seacrest kind of took it in there strong, but he was blocked.
Yeah, Cameron Darren that time set up under the basket, and the Capital fans wanting the offensive foul, but not going to go that way.
That's his 3rd. So that's going to send Jason Seacrest to the free throw line for Boise.
Coach Morgan, could you explain that to me? So the ref goes, yeah, he was moving.
He was moving, huh? He makes it. He has 3 points. And if he has 4 tonight, he'll tie this ball game up momentarily. It's 1:31 to go, 3rd period. 33-32. Capital leads it. Seacrest. The crowd will tell you. Oh, he missed it. So it's a 1-point Capital lead. And the Eagles come down with a rebound. That's Kruger. Sloan Kruger goes right side with it, takes it over down the right sideline, gets a screen, thinks about baseline, weaves his way down low, tries to take a shot, is stripped in the lane, and stripped by Newville, and Newville gets it to Pennington.
If I was Boise, I'd be very patient here and go ahead and run the court.
Oh, yeah. Here's Henning with about a 78-foot 3.
Yeah, that would not be slowing it down right now.
Good call on that one. And I agree with you. I would just kind of take your time. That was not a good shot, Dave.
No.
They kick it in the corner to Shepard. Shepard goes back outside to Darren. Darren drives the lane, puts it up and in.
Because you know what? Capital's going to come right back and drop it right in the hoop. Just take your time on that.
All of a sudden, you're down by 3 now, 35-32. You took whatever that was, about a 30-foot shot. You know, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
So Henning now trying to kick it inside. Nice save there by Newville. Tough pass to handle, but he handled it. 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd period. 3-point ball game. Newville thinks about it. Dishes it back outside to Seacrest. Seacrest, here comes the 3 on the way. Nothing there. That one by Newville. Rebound Capital. Knocked away by Pennington, but somehow it's Cameron Darren who keeps it. Sloan Kruger has it. 11 seconds to go. And Pennington was heck bent for election, Dave, to get a foul.
He was. I mean, he was after it, and finally they went, okay, no.
He was like a mosquito at a hamburger party, and he was just all over the offense.
Well, with 10 seconds left to go, he picks up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, not good. So here we go, 7 seconds to go, driving baseline. Tough pass, goes out of bounds off of Sloan Kruger's hands, but that was really Shepard who got down the baseline, had nowhere to go with it. So he's left Boise 4 seconds to come down the court here to try to tie this thing up with a long throw. Pennington down the left side, driving right to the hoop, and never does get a shot off. He lost control of the dribble, and by the time he found control, he was out of time. So we have 8 minutes to play. We've got a 3-point ball game right now. We'll be back in 1 minute It is Capital 35, Boise 32. You're listening to High School Basketball Game of the Week right here on 580 KIDO.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Good and Medical Center.
You take thousands of steps every day and probably never think about them. When you have an injury, it only takes one step to realize how important your feet and ankles really are. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee. Sprains, breaks, wounds, even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage doesn't show up on an x-ray. That's why it's important to see a specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center has offices in Nampa, Emmett, Mountain Home, and Fruitland. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center. More specialized than an ortho doc and no referral needed. Find the office near you. Call 466-FEET or visit footandAnkleMedicalCenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Good and Medical Center.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Alrighty, fasten your seatbelts and make sure your tray table's in the upright position as we go to the final 8 minutes of this ball game. 35-32 is our score. Capital leads it. Boise just took a shot, not there, and it is Capital with the rebound. Darren down the lane, off the glass, not there. He was hassled a little bit by Del Paso and adjusted his shot. Del Paso now on Godney, and Capital will bring it back outside. Shepard around the block they go with it right now. Zamuda has it. He goes left side to Shepard, down low to the low post, and backing in on Del Paso is Godney. What a great job. He has 7 points, and it's a 37-32 5-point lead for Capital.
And Godney's been fairly quiet in the second half, so getting back into it right now is not good news for the Boise Braves.
And there's a foul away from the play. And it's going to be against Capital's Clayton Shepard. That'll be his second.
It's kind of funny. Every time the whistle blows in the foul now, Del Paso just kind of laughs.
Inbounds pass to Henning. Henning point blank shot, misses it. Nice inbounds play. He was only about 4 inches away, and it just was off the back rim, just a little bit off. Capital with a 5-point lead and the basketball. Sloan Kruger, baseline, weaves in the lane, pass to Zamuda, mishandled, but Zamuda kicks it back out to Darren. Darren now back to Zamuda as they bring it down. Zamuda, they go Godney, Scott. Godney in the lane, wow. And now he's taken over.
Yeah, he was calling for it all the way. He had his hand waving, going to me, and in he goes for 2.
9 points for Cameron Godney. It's 39-32, a 7-point margin. 3-point on the way from Henning. Count it, nothing but net. First points of the second half for Henning. He has 7 in the ball game. His first 3 of the night. It's 39-35, a 4-point game.
And the Braves really needed that to keep from getting blown out here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, tough pass down the low post to Godney. Now they're kicking back out to Kruger. Kruger, a long 3, not there. Del Paso knocks it away, and Henning comes up with the board on the floor. Dishes it off to Newville, and Newville and Pennington will bring it down. Pennington left side to Newville. Newville drives, baseline's cut off. Here comes Henning from 3 again. Not there. Del Paso rebound. And the putback, he's fouled. And that foul's going to be on Zamuda, his first. And that's going to send Del Paso to the line.
Yeah, easy 2 for Del Paso if he was left alone. So Zamuda did all that he could do, and that's fouling.
Val Del Paso playing with those 3 fouls, as is Evan Henning and Andrew Thibault. But right now, with 5:43 to go, those 3 fouls not looking as ominous as they were before. Del Paso hits the front of the rim, no good. He has 12 points, but tonight from the free throw line, he is only 2 of 6.
Bricks, lots of bricks. Building a wall.
More changes, Kruger coming out. It's like Harrison Ashby checking in. Del Paso right now at the free throw line, trying to make the second one. This one no good as well, so he's having a tough night from the free throw line, and it's a 4-point ball game, 39-35 Capital.
Godney Scott coming down with that rebound, so he's doing it at both ends of the court right now.
I tell you, those missed free throws, Dave, can really come back to haunt you. Look at this, Cameron Darren in the lane, spinning, moving, and just can't make the bucket. Did everything but put the ball in the hoop. From the right side, Newville for a long three, not there, just misses. Rebound comes down to Capital, and with it is Harrison Ashby. He'll get it to Saunders, right side. They set up again. Godney trailing the entire group down, so it's tough. But he sets up a big screen, and Saunders thought he had a foul, but no foul, but then it's stolen. And now stolen back by Henning, and now a foul after a double steal.
Yeah, this is not going to set well with Capital at that time. Harrison Ashby going to be picking up the foul because they felt that Boise fouled him just moments before. So, yeah, looking at the Capital staff, they're not real happy about that.
Well, and it begins with, I thought Saunders was just hammered in the lane, but no call there. You got to play on. Pennington has his shot knocked out of bounds by Harrison Ashby, the 6'5 junior, getting up high and knocking it out of there.
Yeah, he just had that foul called on him. I think that was a little revenge, saying, all right.
He wasn't a happy camper. In they come to Henning. Henning drives, pull-up jumper off the glass, not there. Del Tasso going for the board, but somehow Saunders comes out of there with it. 4:45 to play, and a timeout call by Capital Scott Moore as we got 4:45 to play here in the ballgame. Our score, Capital 39, Boise 35. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back right after this on 580 KIDO.
Hey Treasure Valley, Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario is all about the hometown game. Steve is a proud sponsor of high school sports and student athletes, and Steve wants to be your hometown dealer. Steve's Hometown Toyota is the Valley's only 13-time Toyota President's Award winner for customer satisfaction, and they promise the short drive to Ontario will be worth big savings. Dare to compare and discover the Steve's Hometown Toyota difference. The hometown dealer supporting the hometown game. That's Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
So Wayne Dzubak, Dave Burnett with you back here at Boise High. You going to go over to see Curious George tomorrow?
I don't think I am.
What's the matter? Curious George is the hottest thing in the world right now.
Well, that and then there's a pig, and I saw the pig costume. A little creepy, scary. I don't know what the Petula pig or whatever it was.
Don't forget, tomorrow, everybody, you want to take the family out, gone out to the Fort Idaho Center, Canyon County Kids Expo.
Wayne Dzubak will be dressed up as Curious George.
No,
so make sure you
no.
If they'll win eye.
No. I'm more a gorilla than I am a monkey.
Yeah, that could be done too.
All right, we got a good finish setting up here with 4:45 to go. It's Capital leading Boise 39-35, and Capital will have the basketball. Ashby Harrison brings it inbounds to Saunders. He comes down the right side. Cameron Darren. Newville picks up on him. Darren picks up his dribble, gets it to Godney. Godney down the lane. Nice hesitation. Nice play. Wow. Godney now with 11 points in the ball game. 7 of those here in the second half, and it's a 41-35 ball game. Remember, Capital's biggest lead was 9 early in the second period, and now it's back up to 6. Down low to Henning. Henning, offensive foul, and now he pushes Godney. So Henning,
the refs did not see that second push.
Henning picks up his 4th personal foul. Had they seen it, he'd have been out of the ball game because he then pushed a Capital player.
And I'm taking a look out on the court, and I'm thinking Godney Scott, not one of the guys I would push. I'd go pick on one of the smaller guys.
You had to like Godney's reaction. He just kind of went, hey, look, did you see that? What do you call that? Capital with a 6-point lead. Cameron Darren has it. Newville on him. Moving around to Lindsay. Now they got it to Saunders. Saunders, tough defense being played by Seacrest. Saunders gets around that, gets it out to Ashby, left side, left wing. Now they go across the right wing. Ashby, Saunders dishes it off, and a nice play to Godney. Let's see what they call.
They're going to call that a jump ball. Said they got all ball contact, so they're going to jump
that
ball.
would be with Capital, though. So that's one of the plays where a defensive effort negated by the arrow, so it stays with Capital. Inbounds to Godney. Ball tipped away a little bit by Del Tasso, but Godney tracks it down. Godney going to take one-on-one with Del Tasso. Kicks it back outside to Lindsay. Lindsay, nice little dribble, move to the hoop. Godney Scott with a rebound. Now the rebound comes down to Cameron Darren, and Darren puts it back up and in. 9 points for Cameron Darren, the 6'4" senior, and it's a 43-35 point game. Nice dish to Pennington off the glass. Nice dish by Del Tasso to Pennington. Pennington with 9 points. Davey had 7 in the first half. Those were his first 2 points here in the second half.
The Boise Braves need a big defensive stand here.
Saunders gets by the first line of defense. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be off of the Boise Braves. 3:02 to go. 43-37. 6-point margin here at Boise High School. Capital leads it. Inbounds to Saunders. Saunders, turn around, point blank shot, misses it, gets his rebound, puts it up and in. Saunders stayed with the program, has 7 points in the ball game, and his team is up 45-37, an 8-point margin. Remember, the largest lead of the game was 9. And a steal. Pennington trying to go against the defense. Cameron Darren gives the Capital Eagles their biggest lead of the night, ties it anyway, as Darren now with 11 points in the ball game, and it's 47-37, so it is a 10-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for the Capital Eagles with 2:40 to go. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back after this on 580 KIDO.
Is your family always on the go? Visit your nearest Albertsons Butcher Block and pick up a Double R Ranch Beef 101 guide to discover quick and easy beef recipes to keep your athletes full and healthy. Double R Ranch USDA Choice Northwest Beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to the Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our local ranchers.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Well, welcome back to the final 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this ball game as the Capital Eagles are trying to blow it out. They lead by 10. They had a 9-point lead in the second period, but trailed by 3 at halftime and then came out and jumped to a 3-point lead, and it's been going back between 2 and 3 points and tied all night long until just the last couple of minutes here, where the Capital Eagles have taken a 10-point lead. And now, with a couple of players in foul trouble, a little frustration starting to mount for the Boise Braves. They've got a tough road ahead with 2:40 to go. They have the basketball. Pennington will bring it down the court. Out there with him is McGee. Del Tasso heading back in the ball game, playing with those 4 fouls. Del Tasso has 3. Godney on him as he hoes on the left wing. Tries to go underneath the heading. Ball knocked away by Ashby, and he steps out of bounds. Nice defensive move by Ashby, but he stepped out of bounds as he had the ball in his hands, and it'll go back to Boise. Newville into Del Tasso. Del Tasso in the corner, right side to Henning. Henning to Newville. Newville takes it right to the hoop. Tries to pass it to Del Tasso, and Del Tasso thought that really Newville was going to go up for the shot, wasn't ready for the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Capital's ball.
That's exactly what he said to him, too. He said, I thought you were going to the shot.
So down the left side, here comes Saunders now, trying to work a little clock with a 10-point lead. This could be a free throw shooting contest, and what the heck, it's been all night long, but not as bad as the first half. Lindsay has it, over to Ashby. Ashby has it knocked away. Del Tasso, nice defense, so Boise does come up with it. Del Tasso getting harassed there by Godney. Gets it to Pennington. Pennington drives between 2 defenders, puts it up and in.
That was one of those shots he just kind of threw up a prayer as he was diving, and it just kind of blooped right up and in there.
11 points for Pennington. It's 47-39, so an 8-point ball game now. But now the clock really is Boise's enemy. They've only got 90 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Capital's trying to stretch the corners of the court out.
Godney has it. Del Tasso on him. He's playing with 3 fouls, but at this point you almost have to commit a foul. Lindsay outside to Cameron Darren, now down to 1:15. Darren, Pennington reaches around, tries to knock it away, but a foul on the way in as Cameron Darren driving to the hoop, draws a foul, and he'll get to the free throw line.
Yeah, Seth Newville, I think, is going to pick up the foul on that one, and did the right thing, fouled him while he was still dribbling, so it's going to be a 1-and-1.
Believe it or not, only Newville's second foul. 1:13 to go here in regulation, 47-39, as Darren at the free throw line. No good. Cameron Darren with 11 points in the ball game. This is the front end of a 1-and-1. Coming up on 65 seconds to go. In the lane, not there. McGee, his shot not there. Bodies all over the place, no calls. And now Pennington. Oh, I thought Pennington should have got called there, but he didn't.
Yeah,
and now finally it's McGee who gets called.
Yeah, Pennington trying to do everything he could to foul him, and they wouldn't call the foul. Finally, Dylan McGee just kind of took a shoulder and shoved it into him for the foul.
See, when you were trying not to foul, Dave, that's all they did was call fouls.
Yeah, now
Then you go in to try to foul him, and they don't call him.
Coach Moore's complaining about the foul, but you know what? That's what he had to do to get the foul called.
Absolutely. All right, Saunders at the free throw line. His team up by 8, 47-39. Misses the front end of a 101. And so Boise has it. 50 seconds to go here in regulation. 47-39. Boise cannot afford to dribble. Pennington going to the hoop off the glass. Puts it in. Pennington with 13. And that makes it a 47-41 ball game. A two-possession game at this point. And foul down the right side. I think Pennington commits the foul. And that's going to be his fourth.
16 team fouls called in his second half.
Yeah, we had 20 in the first game.
So 36 fouls.
So wow. Pennington picking up his fourth personal foul. And that's going to put Alex Lindsay at the free throw line, and he misses the front end of a 1-on-1. So remember, right now it's a two-possession game. It would take 2 threes to tie it with 37 seconds to go. 47-41. Capital trying to make it a three-possession game, and they cannot do it. He misses both. So Lindsay misses both. And here comes Pennington in the lane. Off to the glass. Shot good. He's fouled. Holy cow.
I was about to say, why is he shooting a two? They need 2 threes, and then he gets fouled after making the bucket. So what do I know?
So this makes it a 47-43 ball game, and that's going to send Pennington to the free throw line, and the foul is going to be against Henning.
And again, temper's getting a little hot under the bucket there between these players.
Foul against Lindsay, by the way. That was his third. So Paul Pennington at the free throw line makes it.
And the ref's calling it off, saying, nope. Was there a lane violation?
They're going to call it against Boise?
Yeah, I think it was a lane violation.
It's jump ball, and it'll stay with Boise. So that's almost better. That's almost better. They called it off. We'll hold it here. There's 30 seconds to go. He took a timeout. Because what happened, if it is a change of possession like that, the arrow is in favor of Boise. So, Dave, you have a lane violation. The free throw doesn't count, but now you're down here, and you're down 47-43. A 4-point ball game, but now you get a chance to hit another three and make it a 1-point game.
Well, we'll see what happens. Little conversations going between the refs and the officials, or the coaches, I should say.
Well, Paul Pennington had 7 points in the first half. He's got 15 on the game. So 8 points here in the second half. And the last 3 buckets have come within the last 45-50 seconds of the ball game, where he's taking it right to the hoop. Val Del Tasso's got 12 points for the Boise Braves. Right now leading the way, Cameron Godney with 11 points, and Cameron Darren with 11 points for the Capital Eagles.
I think I would rather have had the free throw be good.
Yeah.
Be 3 points down with 30 seconds and hope to get a good defensive stop or turnover.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. Now, the thing of it is, they get the ball back with 30 seconds to go, which had they made the free throw, even if they had made it, and it was a 3-point ball game, you got to believe it would take 5 to 10 seconds off the clock before somebody could foul. Inside to Del Tasso. Del Tasso's going to be at the free throw line. He's fouled, and not much time comes off the clock, 28.9, so just over a second off the clock.
Now, just a reminder, Del Tasso has not been red hot at the free throw line. I think he's about 50% right now.
You think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 2 for 6.
He's not even 50%.
47-43, 28.9 seconds to go. Good.
That'll rattle around and go in.
13 points for Val Del Tasso, the 6'5 senior. It's a 3-point ball game. So we're now down to a 1-possession game.
And it could be, if he makes this, a 2-point ball game to tie. 3 to win.
28.9 seconds in regulation. Val Del Tasso at the free throw line. Second free throw on the way. Good.
Wow.
14 points for Del Tasso. 47-45 is our score, and a quick foul is committed there by Jason Seacrest. That's his first. Hello.
Wow.
How does that happen?
Not in this game.
This has been an equal foul opportunity game.
I know, because I've got 2 and you have 1.
Exactly. All right, it's going to bring Saunders down, and now the pressure's on. Justin Saunders missed his last free throw, Dave. As a matter of fact, he's missed his last 2. Free throw on the way. Good. 8 points for Justin Saunders. And now here comes the all-important one.
Yeah, this would make it a 2-possession game.
48-45 is our score. Saunders gets the basketball from the official. Couple of bounces. Left-handed shooter. Shot is up. Good. 9 points for Justin Saunders. 49-45. Pennington to Henning. Henning from the long 3. Good! 10 points for Henning. It's a 1-point game. 49-48. It's getting crazy with 15 seconds to go.
Well, I tell you what, Henning's a big kid. What is he, 6'7", and what a beautiful 3-point shot he has.
A foul that time was called on Capital. Boise, rather. I'm sorry, McGee. Yeah. So Boise, and I meant Boise, and so Capital will be going to the free throw line. And going to the free throw line for Capital right now is Sloan Kruger.
How's Sloan done at the line tonight?
Well, he's 2 for 2.
All right.
49-48 is our score. Capital leads it. Trying to make it a 3-point ball game. Misses. Sloan Kruger misses. So now no matter what he does here, Capital's going to have an opportunity, or excuse me, Boise's going to have an opportunity if they get the rebound. Take him down and tie it or win it. 49-48. 50-48 as he makes it. So here we go. 15 seconds and a timeout. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this. We got a 2-point ball game. 15 seconds to play. Capital leads it on 580 KIDO.
We joined Pioneer because we had all of our money at another financial institution and it just wasn't easy. And I thought, this could be better. There's no reason it has to be like this.
With PFCU's Reward You Checking, it is better. Reward You Checking pays you 2% APY on balances up to $10,000. Go to pioneerfcu.org/rewards-checking. APY is annual percentage yield. Qualifications must be met each month. Federally insured by NCUA.
Moving your money forward.
Treasury County High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
I'll tell you what, Dave, Boise has erased two 9-point Capital leads. The question is, can they erase the 10-point lead at 47-37?
We got 15.2 seconds to go. Do you go for the 3 and the win, the 2 and the tie, or whichever's open? Which do you do, Wayne?
I'll tell you what, with just 15 seconds to go, I think you try to penetrate inside and draw the foul. I really think the way you've got Pennington in there, you can kick it out to Henning, but you got Pennington and Newville both in there, both drive to the bucket really well. So here we go. Pennington has it, taking it down the hoop. He's going to drive right to the bucket, puts a shoulder down off the glass, and then he ties it at 50. Pennington has 17. There was no call, and with 7.8 seconds to go, we are tied at 50.
Yep, and I'm sure Capital is wishing if they would have called the offensive foul. They're lucky they didn't call a defensive foul on him as the guy went down to the floor in the lane here.
I thought, really, to be honest with you, and looking at it in fast motion, I really honestly thought that Pennington had lowered his shoulder, but apparently not.
Well, I got it. In fact, I'm going to post it on Twitter.
You have
here,
it?
so we can look at it here.
Take a look at it again. Well, no, I don't think he did lower his shoulder. I think, actually, quite frankly, it should have been a foul against Saunders.
Yep, it should have been. So I'll go ahead and get that posted up on Twitter, that tying shot. What a great shot.
Yeah. So I think, at this point, they'd be going for the lead. So I really agree with you. They should have called a foul that time against Capital. And that's exactly what I thought Pennington would do. Just take it right to the hoop. He's confident. He scored his last 8 points that way, Dave.
Boy, Boise's come back. They're kind of like a cat with a lot of lives because they've had this is their third life they're on here.
Yep. They were down by 9. They erased that. They were down by 10. They've erased that. We got a tie ball game. So we're back where we started at, even Steven, but now we've only got 8.2 seconds to play. So let's see what Capital does. They're going to obviously go for the last shot. Saunders right side, or else we'll be playing overtime. Saunders behind the back dribble, pulls up, jumper from the top of the key, no good. We're going overtime.
Holy moly.
50-50 after regulation. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back right after this on 580 KIDO.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
You take thousands of steps every day and probably never think about them. When you have an injury, it only takes one step to realize how important your feet and ankles really are. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee. Sprains, breaks, wounds, even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage doesn't show up on an x-ray. That's why it's important to see a specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center has offices in Nampa, Emmett, Mountain Home, and Fruitland. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center. More specialized than an ortho doc and no referral needed. Find the office near you. Call 466-FEET or visit footandanklemedicalcenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
It's deja vu all over again as we start with Henning and Ashby. And Henning wins this tip as we get ready to go here in overtime. Tied at 50. Henning down the baseline, off the glass, not there. Gets his own rebound. Del Tasso with a rebound, a putback. He's fouled. He puts it up and in. Del Tasso now with 16 points, and he's going to try to make it 17 as Boise takes a 52-50 lead, and a foul against Capital.
Well, let's see what they call this foul on.
That's going to be the fourth.
Cameron Godney.
On Godney. Remember now, fouls have mounted up, so here in overtime with 3:47 to go in this 4-minute overtime period. Del Tasso, free throw, no good. Henning going for the rebound, and it's going to go to Capital.
Yeah, Godney and Henning went kind of both forward at the same time, and it goes off of Henning.
So we've gone back and forth all night long, and now it's coming down to the first overtime period. Saunders took the shot at the buzzer to try to win it. It wasn't there. 52-50. Boise leads it now. Godney down low against Del Tasso. Playing him tough, knowing that Del Tasso is playing with 3 personal fouls. Ashby kicks it off to Saunders. They go to Kruger. Kruger works it inside to Godney. Low post. Godney spins. Fall away jumper. No good. Rebound Del Tasso. Del Tasso gets it out quickly. He gets it to Seacrest. Seacrest to Newville, and Newville will back it out again.
They had a 2-on-1 there, and they let it go.
Yep. But Henning now has it, and so McGee playing quarterback of this team. Newville thought about taking the 3, drives it in, pull-up jumper from 10, not good. Rebound taken down by Cameron Darren. So Darren for Capital has it.
I think Kruger got just a little piece of that ball when it came out of his hand.
Saunders drives all the way to the lane, puts it up and in, uncontested. Justin Saunders has 11 points in the ball game, and it's tied at 52 with 2:40 to play.
That's where Del Tasso was afraid to foul him, kind of let him go up there. They really didn't get much body on him.
Henning outside, spins in the lane, takes it off the glass, puts it up and in. Nice play by Henning. Evan Henning with 12 points, and Boise's up 54-52. We are in the first overtime period, 54-52. Long shot by Saunders is good. The 3-pointers by Justin Saunders. Boy, that took some guts to put up. He has 14, and it's 55-54 ball game. Capital leads it.
This game has not disappointed tonight. It's been close, and now it's a barn burner.
McGee kicks it back outside to Del Tasso. All the big guys are outside. Now Del Tasso kind of sneaks his way down to the low post right side. Newville has it. He kicks it out to Henning. You got to watch him. He can hit from long range. Henning again kicks it back to Seacrest. Seacrest almost walked. Just did get rid of the ball before he drug that pivot foot. Henning has it. Low post. Underneath to Del Tasso. Del Tasso shot up and in. Del Tasso with 18 points, and it's 56-55 in favor of Boise. 1:30 to go here in overtime. Saunders driving to the hoop. Kicks it to Ashby. Ashby says, why did you give it to me? I got nothing to go with it. Saunders down low. McGee on him. Turnaround jumper by Saunders. Not there. Rebound by Henning. He rips the boards down.
Boy,
yeah.
Saunders had an open look at it, but they just kind of rainbowed that ball into him and just didn't give enough time. There was too much time. Couldn't get that quick shot off.
I was going to say Henning just kind of went right over his teammate Del Tasso to come up with that basketball. We'll keep it here as we've got a timeout on the court. 1:15 to play here in the first overtime. 56-55 in favor of Boise.
Well, Boise playing like a cat with 9 lives tonight. They've been out of it twice. Got themselves back into it now in the overtime period with a 1-point lead. Crowd all on their feet, excited about this game going on. It's another barn burner here in the Boise gym.
Really, right now Del Tasso has 18 points to lead all scorers, but Paul Pennington, his teammates, right behind him with 17. So they've got 35 of the team's 56 points, and Pennington had about 8 points in a minute and a half or 2 minutes of that fourth period.
He really kind of took control of the game there and really got the Boise Braves right back in it.
Well, remember one time it was 47-37. 47-37 in favor of Capital, and now it's 56-55. So you can see that Boise has just really turned it around, just like they did to take a 3-point lead at halftime after being down by 9 midway through the second stanza.
Yep. And again, it comes to the fact they started making their shots, and if they didn't, they get that first rebound, putting it back up and in. That's been the whole difference of when they're playing well and when they're not playing so well.
All right, 75 seconds to go. Boise will have the basketball to try to bring it inbounds across the way from us. They lead it by 1. Ball knocked away. Nice stab at it by Alex Lindsay of Capital. It'll stay with Boise, but boy, he was playing some tough defense on Paul Pennington.
Yeah, a lot of strategery going on here in this inbound play on the part of Capital, trying to keep Boise from getting it in clean.
Zamuda on Pennington as they get it into Henning. Henning, they don't want him to really dribble, but he's going to do it anyway because that's the safest way to get it down the court. And then they call, well, we got something. I'm not sure.
They're stopping play.
Something happened in the stands, Dave. I'm not sure what happened. Somebody collapsed in the stands.
Yep, that's what we did. So I think probably we should go to a break. They've got both teams off to the side here.
We've got somebody that collapsed in the stands, and so they're working on him, and obviously we'll take a 2-minute break here. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll check out and see where we're at that point. Again, 1:07 to go in overtime. 56-55. Boise leads Capital, and they're working on a fan in the stands right now. We'll be back after this on 580 KIDO.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
You take thousands of steps every day and probably never think about them. When you have an injury, it only takes one step to realize how important your feet and ankles really are. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee: sprains, breaks, wounds, even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage doesn't show up on an x-ray. That's why it's important to see a specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center has offices in Nampa, Emmett, Mountain Home, and Fruitland. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center. More specialized than an ortho doc and no referral needed. Find the office near you. Call 466-FEET or visit footandAnkleMedicalCenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Foot and Ankle Medical Center.
Stretcher Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Boise High School. Right now, we still have a stoppage of play. I think it was one of the students. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's one of the band members. I think it's one of the tuba players. And Cindy, who's running her camera, saw her earlier, and she was kind of acting odd then. And not sure if it's just all the excitement of this overtime game going on, because it was loud in here. They got to her, but they got paramedics up right now, up in the gymnasium, taking a look at her, and she has not moved.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got to hand it to athletic director Tracy Linen. They stopped the game in a heartbeat. They got out there. I mean, you're talking about a game that's got 1:07 to play. It's overtime. It's a 1-point ball game. and everybody's going nuts. The crowd's going crazy. Nobody's paying attention to anything but the game, and you've got a fan down, and you're, a student down, it looks like. And immediately they stopped the game. They did not waste any time. The paramedics were just right around the corner, and they were in here in a heartbeat, and they are with that person now.
Yeah. Tracy, and the tip of the hat, boy, she had it shut down in a hurry. The game stopped, players to the side, and just dealt with it in a real big hurry.
And we certainly hope the fan is okay. I mean, this is a tough situation for everybody, obviously. And I got to hand it to the students because it was interesting. All the students were just absolutely going nuts, as well they should be. Crazy game. Their team just scored. And as soon as everything became, they recognized that we had an issue in the stands, teachers were saying, sit down, and everyone sat down. It's the first time the student body has sat down, and immediately,
you can hear a pin dropping.
You can hear a pin dropping.
We're talking softly because...
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a golf tournament now.
Yeah, because they're still working on this student up in the stands on the sideline there. And back to the game, and not to diminish, what's going on in the stands here. Tough for these players now. I mean, they were in the heat and the throes of overtime with a minute 7 left to go. A 1-point difference. Boise ahead by 1 point here. And so now they're going to mentally have to regroup once they get the situation dealt with here. They're going to have to regroup to try to get this game back underway.
So at this point, they've got a stretcher up there. I think they're trying to get the person on the stretcher and then carry them down. They've got the stretcher on the court. They've got a portable stretcher up in the stands, trying to work on that.
I can see she's up and moving. I mean, she went face down.
Yeah.
They've got her up now.
Now she's kind of gone the other way. So that's, at least they've, whatever it is, it could have been, let's hope, it just, the excitement and fainting or whatever it may be.
Yeah, or, one of those situations of which, you get lightheaded
and
you fall on these hard bleachers. That's
exactly.
There's the potential for a second problem there of the fall.
Well, the good thing is that right now they're kind of attending to her, and they seem to be, there doesn't seem to be a lot of panic. In other words, it seems like they've got the situation somewhat under control. At least that's from here. I'm no doctor, but they may even say, we'll just take care of her up here, and we'll hold off and not take her out on the stretcher. So it seems like that's what they're going to do. They're coming down with the stretcher and maybe move it up, and paramedics will just kind of stay with her for the final 67 seconds of this game. Again, our situation here, we believe it's a student. It could be a teacher, I don't know, but it was somebody that was in the tuba section. The band section went down very hard in the stands, maybe fainted, whatever it is, and immediately they stopped the game with 1:07 to go here in overtime.
And I see they've got a neck collar on her now. And again, just from going down, if she passed out from the excitement from lightheadedness, they got a neck collar and they're working her slowly down those bleachers.
Yeah, so they've got a few guys trying to get her, out of the bleachers now, so they are going to remove her from the bleachers. But she's up, and like you said, with the neck brace they have on there, I think that's probably a precautionary situation that they always do. Let's do this. Let's take another 1-minute break, and we'll be back. Let's do this. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back after this on 580 KIDO.
We joined Pioneer because we had all of our money at another financial institution, and it just wasn't easy. And I thought, this could be better. There's no reason.
Somebody will break their ankle or something, and we'll stop the game.
On balances up to $10,000. Go to pioneerfcu.org/rewards checking. APY is annual percentage yield. Qualifications must be met each month. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Boise Muffler Shop, they know cars are always trying to tell us something. Low tire pressure, a light comes on. Same when you haven't checked the oil for a while. And of course, there's the dreaded check engine light. For more than 25 years, Treasure Valley drivers have trusted Rod at Boise Muffler to knock their lights out. Well, you know what I mean. Boise Muffler Shop on Fairview specializes in all types of exhaust systems, while basic auto repairs are the expertise of the Boise Muffler Shop location at 36th and Chinden. Boise Muffler Shop, they can simplify your day.
Is your family always on the go? Visit your nearest Albertsons Butcher Block and pick up a Double R Ranch Beef 101 guide to discover quick and easy beef recipes to keep your athletes full and healthy. Double R Ranch USDA Choice Northwest Beef is always available at Albertsons. Head over to the Butcher Block today and join Double R Ranch and Albertsons in their support of our local ranchers.
Go Wireless is your local, trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to serving you and providing you with excellent customer service. With 15 locations across the Treasure Valley, their team is here to help you with all your wireless needs. Whether it's time for an upgrade or you're looking to save money on your monthly bill, stop by and let one of their friendly consultants take care of you. Go Wireless will take care of you and provide you with only the very best customer service. Shop local and stay connected with Go Wireless.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
Welcome back to Boise High School. Paramedics have done their job. Great job by Tracy Lyon in here, the athletic director of Boise High School, to get everything. We'll see if they're going to let the teams kind of warm up for a couple of seconds and give them a little bit of a just to warm up. It'll be Capitals ball with 1:07 to go, 56-55 here in overtime in favor of the Capital Eagles. So they'll let both teams kind of warm up here.
A tough situation, I mean, in that, you have a fan go down and it brings everything to a screeching halt with 1:07 to go in overtime. So, you have these guys intensely into it. And I had to ask you during the break now, who has the ball? And it is Capital. They'll be out on the far side across away from us to be able to get started. So we'll see how this goes here. 1:07 to go. Boise up by 1, and Capital fighting for their life. They have the ball, and we'll see if they try to go. They had a lot of time there. Coach Moore had a lot of time to go over to try to strategize what to do, and we'll see whether he's going to try to go for one for that long minute of play, or try to go for the quick score.
Yeah, I think the big thing right now, I've really never been in a situation like this as a broadcaster or really as a player. Things are going crazy. I mean, you've got things moving at warp speed.
Yeah.
Everything, I mean, is just happening as fast as you can to try to keep up with it, and then all of a sudden, it's like dead silent.
And it wasn't even a player. I've been involved with games where a player goes down, and so you're watching the player and is in the actual play. This was in the stands that brought everything to a screeching halt here. So that's a tough mindset. We'll see who can rebound.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So you got to come out there with that same intensity level that you had before. Fortunately, it looks like the young lady may have fainted or whatever, lost her balance, whatever it was that brought her down. They were able to bring her down with the help of everybody and get her into the stretcher and take her out. And so everybody did a great job here and got it done. And like I say, with as much craziness as was going on here, it's amazing how fast the Boise officials here reacted to stop the game and got medical attention when needed.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. When it first happened and all of a sudden people coming out in the court and they stopped it and everything, my first thought was there was some sort of a bomb threat, or the way they came out and everything shut down so quick is like, what is going on here? And I'm looking around to see nobody was going to the exits. I thought, what in the world?
All right, so again, we're just kind of waiting for the signal here. The all clear to go ahead and play. Both teams are kind of warming up. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you here at Boise High School. It's been a back-and-forth game. Twice in this game, Boise has been down by 9 points, and they've come back to lead by 3 at half. And then they're down by 10 points, and they came back to tie it up 50-50 after regulation. And so there's the buzzer. So they're getting ready now to get this thing going again, and they'll pick it up where they left off. I think you can do that technically, but can they do it mentally is going to be an interesting situation.
I'm trying to watch the body language of the players to see kind of who's fired up and going at it, but neither group really is like really fired up. Maybe they're just going out workmanlike for their assignments, but I'm kind of watching to see Capital as they break the huddle and see what the body language is as to whether they're really fired up for this or not.
Well, right now it's advantage Capital. I mean, they've got the basketball, and I say that, but Boise has the lead, 56-55.
And Boise has the ball.
Okay, so it's Boise's got the ball, so advantage Boise now. So the Boise Braves have the basketball, and the clock has started, and here we go. Pennington down the right side. He gets it in the corner. McGee drives to the bucket. He's fouled on the way in. I don't think it's going to be a shooting violation. Yeah, well, it will be anyway because it's going to be 1-on-1 at least. Or 2.
Yep, Cameron Darren with the foul that time.
That'd be the 10th team foul, so he'll be shooting 2.
And that'll be Cameron's 4th personal in case we have to go to another overtime.
Wow. All right, here we go. This is Dylan McGee. His free throw is good. That's his first point of the second half, Dave. He has 5 in the game. And now he gets a second one. 58 seconds to go in overtime. His team, the Boise Braves, up 57-55. McGee on the way. No good. Rebound fought for and picked up by Capital. Here come the Eagles. They're down by 2, 57-55. Cameron Darren behind the back pass to Lindsay. Off to Godney. He puts it up and in. We're tied again. And Cameron Godney has 13 points, and it's deadlocked at 57-57 with 41 seconds to play. Pennington will bring it down the court. 35 seconds. He's slowing it down now. Lindsay coming out there. Looks like Boise maybe wanting to play for the last shot here. Not play this game back and forth as long as Capital's defense doesn't come out on them. Down to 22 seconds. Tied at 57. 20 seconds now. Pennington still near the half-court line. Lindsay comes out on him. He's got McGee to his right. He's going to bring it down to 10 seconds. Now Pennington kicks it out to McGee. McGee, pull-up jumper from 10. Not there. Rebound, Cameron Darren. And we got a whistle and a timeout called by Capital with 2.4 seconds to go. Let's see if they add any time to the clock here or if they go. Scott Moore, as soon as his team got the rebound, was trying to call timeout. They're going to take it out across the way. Right now the clock says 2.4, and I think that's the best they're going to do.
Yeah, Capital's looking, going any extra time put on it, and looking at the scorekeeper. Here comes the ref, and he's right in front of us. So
3.1 is what they're going to put on it.
So it's going to go to 3.1 seconds for Capital.
So they will put that in there. And Capital took a full timeout, so they'll put 3.1 seconds on there. And so Capital now will have an opportunity to get a last shot off here. And it's either going to be hit or miss. It's either going to be a game-winning buzzer beater or it's going to be overtime number 2.
And I would say after all of this excitement here in the past minute, I think the lapse of time that they had while they had to wait, that's all evaporated now. All the emotions back as they know Boise Braves that they have 3.1 seconds to defend the clock to try to play for a 6th period of play.
All right. Still timeout on the court. It's kind of interesting. The Boise players are not over with their coach. They are actually out on the court getting ready to defend. Well, because Capital took a full timeout. There you hear the buzzer to kind of say, okay, that signals you got 10 seconds. Get your team back out there.
That's kind of fascinating that they've been out on the court for 30 seconds there.
But I think they know what they need to do, Dave. They need to kind of, here's the key. You don't want to foul either.
No.
So you can't foul. You don't want to put anybody to the free throw line because you're in the bonus. So both teams have 10 team fouls. So if there is a foul committed, you're going to shoot 2. And all you need is 1 to win. So it comes into Lindsay. Lindsay bringing it down. 3.1. Kicking it back. Here's the long shot on the way. No. Good. Just missed it. Harrison Ashby wasn't that far off, Dave. Oh, my goodness. So after 1 overtime, it's tied at 57 all. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with overtime number 2 after this on 580 KIDO.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Put an Ankle Medical Center.
You take thousands of steps every day and probably never think about them. When you have an injury, it only takes 1 step to realize how important your feet and ankles really are. At Foot and Ankle Medical Center, Dr. Burke and Dr. Martin specialize in all things below the knee. Sprains, breaks, wounds, even old sports injuries. Many times, soft tissue damage.
Our signal went out.
And Fruitland. If you do end up with an injury, see the specialist. Foot and Ankle Medical Center. More specialized than an ortho doc and no referral needed. Find the office near you. Call 466-FEET or visit footandanklemedicalcenter.com.
Helping you feel better one step at a time. Put an Ankle Medical Center.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
All right, here we go. Overtime number 2. Wayne Zubak, Dave Burnett with you, and Capital will control the jump ball to start this second overtime period. We are tied 57 all. 50-50 after regulation. 57 all. Saunders drives right to the hoop. Justin Saunders with 16 points, and he gives Capital a 59-57 lead. Pennington now goes left side with it. Pennington over to Henning. Henning on the left wing. Kind of spins in the lane, off the glass high, not there. Bounced around, and it's Lindsay who comes up with it for Capital. Henning comes over and takes a swat at the ball away from Saunders, but Saunders is able to hold on to it. So Saunders will set it up in the near court now as he brings it out, top of the key. Drives to the hoop, he saw an opening, kicks it out to Lindsay in the corner for 3. Up in the air, no good. Rebound Saunders though. What a hustle in game for Justin Saunders. Yowzer, he just came in there and got it, and now he'll slow it down a little bit. His team up 59-57. 3 minutes to go. Baseline pass from the corner. Cameron Darren, not there. Rebound Lindsay, not there. Ashby puts up a shot, not good. Pennington comes down with it, and now Boise has it.
Nice block by Henning in there in that last shot.
Henning. Good defense by Capital. Henning thought he was going to pull the trigger on a 3. Drives down low post to Del Tasso, back outside. Pennington drives to the hoop. Underneath, shot, no good. Lindsay comes up with a rebound. Capital has it. And we got a player down. And we've got a Boise player down. Paul Pennington is down underneath the basket. And he looks like he's maybe holding a knee.
Yeah, it's either a knee or an elbow. He's got them both pinched up kind of together. As he looks like he's in a bit of pain. You could hear it when he hit the floor. It really hit with a thud.
So Pennington drove to the hoop. Now he has made a living at that tonight, driving to the hoop and putting it up. But he has 17 points in the ball game, and most of his second half points have come just from that kind of a play.
If they're looking at his knee right now, so that's never good.
You don't know if he just came down hard on it, Dave, turned it, or what he did. You know, that floor is not giving. That's the one thing about a basketball court. It doesn't give.
Yeah. Football, grass or turf will give a little bit.
Well, you know, one of the things that basketball coaches are most worried about with their basketball players are foot injuries, because the floor is so hard, it's so tough that you know, if your feet are not ready for it, it could stop your whole season.
Yeah, the thing about the great John Wooden, I think I've probably told this story before. First thing he'd do with all his incoming freshmen, he would take an hour to talk to them about socks, about putting their shoes on, about their ankles, about their feet. And most of the freshmen going, come on, we've been playing forever. And Wooden goes, no, this makes a difference between you making it and not making it. And that was the first thing John Wooden would do with all his incoming freshmen, teach them how to put on their socks, shoes, and take care of their feet.
So they're still working on Pennington underneath the Boise bucket. And our situation, 2:36 to go here in the second overtime, with Capital leading at 59-57. They will have the basketball. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back after this. There's a lot of stuff going on here tonight. Interesting game, second overtime, and a couple of stoppages. We'll be back after this on 580 KIDO.
Hey Treasure Valley, Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario is all about the hometown game. Steve is a proud sponsor of high school sports and student athletes, and Steve wants to be your hometown dealer. Steve's Hometown Toyota is the Valley's only 13-time Toyota President's Award winner for customer satisfaction, and they promise the short drive to Ontario will be worth big savings. Dare to compare and discover the Steve's Hometown Toyota difference. The hometown dealer supporting the hometown game. That's Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario.
Treasure Valley High School basketball is on the air and on the web with live video streaming at 630thefan.com.
All right, we are back. Pennington is up. They kind of help him off the court. He's out of the game right now. Looks like his knee's not bad, just banged up. So here we go. 2:25 to go. 59-57. Capital leads it. Saunders has it for Capital. He's being guarded there by some tough Boise defense. Right side they go to Lindsay. Lindsay looks, goes left, gets it to Saunders again. Saunders has the ball knocked away. Nice play there by Sechrist. And now it is McGee who has it for Boise. So Jason Sechrist with a great slap away at the ball from Saunders, and Boise has it. Off the glass, high and off the glass, McGee. 7 points in the ball game. We are tied at 59 with $1:53 to go.
That was just kind of a looping shot that went up, kind of went off the glass. I thought, what is that? And it goes in.
Saunders back outside. Drive into the lane, off the glass. What a nice shot by Harrison Ashby. His 7th point of the game. It's 61-59 Capital.
That was textbook, using the backboard to get the 2 points on that one.
Seacrest dribbling against Lindsay. Picks up his dribble, is in trouble. Now he gets it off. Nice play there by Henning. Henning has it way outside, but he's not afraid to pull a trigger anywhere. Spins in the lane. Tries to dump it off to Del Tasso. It's knocked away by Godney. And finally, let's see who's going to control it. Nobody has it yet. Finally, we've got a jump ball call. Or do we have a foul call?
I think we're going to get a foul, and he is not happy that being Val Del Tasso. Nope, the foul's on somebody else, though.
So the foul is being called, and it looks like it's going to be called on Jason Seacrest, his 2nd. But that's going to send Capital to the free throw line, up by 2 points.
Val Tasso's lucky he didn't get a technical called on him the way he was carrying on, and still is.
So Cameron Darren, the senior, at the free throw line. He's 3 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight. 1:09 to go. First free throw is good. He has 12 points. And it's 62-59. So it's a 3-point margin, and now he can put that dreaded 2-possession label on this game. And he does. With his 13th point, 63-59. Capital leads it. 1:06 to go. Henning way outside, working on, and a little push, and an offensive foul called against Henning, and he is out of the game.
Yeah, and that was a proper call. He put his elbow down, Wayne, and kind of shoved his elbow right into the chest of the defender. You're not going to get away with that, not with the entire gym watching.
So Henning fouls out with 59 seconds to go in second overtime, and his team down 63-59. Here comes Capital.
We'll see if Boise can suck it up now without Henning on the floor.
Paul Pennington, by the way, back in there. Foul going to be called against, it looks like Seacrest. That'll be his 3rd.
Well, that's a case where all those penalties, those fouls at the start of the game caught you at the end of the game.
Well, Boise tonight, they've erased a 9-point lead. They've erased a 10-point lead. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to hang on. Saunders free throw short. He has 16. His team still up now by 4. Trying to make it a 5-point game with his second free throw. Saunders got it. 17 points for Justin Saunders. 64-59, a 5-point lead for Capital. The throw back to Newville. He lost it for a minute. Pennington picks it up. Back to Newville. Driving baseline. Goes around, puts it up. No good. Godney with a rebound. Fight for it on the floor. We got a jump ball called, and it's going to be Boise's ball. So with 36 seconds to go, Boise gets the basketball right back. 64-59. Boise needs a bucket. They need one in a hurry. Newville will bring it in. Gets it to Del Tasso. Del Tasso leans in. Not there. Ball grabbed for Cameron Darren has it, and then Darren is grabbed by Jason Seacrest, his 4th foul. And they'll go down the other end of the court to shoot free throws again with 31 seconds to go. And a 4-point ball game. That's the 4th foul on Seacrest. 3 of those have come here in overtimes. Second overtime period. It was tied at 50 after regulation, tied at 57 after the first overtime, and now Capital leads at 64-59. And it's Cameron Darren going to the free throw line, who just made 2 to try to make this a 7-point ball game. First free throw is good. He has 14 points. Gets the basketball. Dribble. Shot. Good. 15 points for Cameron Darren. 66-59, a 7-point lead right now. It's dire straits here for the Boise Braves. The 3-pointer on the way from Newville. Not there. Del Tasso gets the rebound. Puts it up and in. He has 20 points in this ball game. But then he got a wide open Alex Lindsay. Lindsay puts it up and in. As he raced down the court, nobody found him. He only has 3 points on the night, but that makes it 68-61 with 9 seconds to go. Newville's shot In and out from three. Godney with the rebound, and this one is done. It's all over. 68-61. Capital wins it in double overtime. Wow, what a game here tonight. We had a little bit of everything here this evening at Boise High School. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap this thing up for you. Again, our final tonight. Capital 68, Boise 61 in double overtime right here on 5.